Hello everyone, and welcome to the first attempted lunar landing of a Kerbal Gets Real Redux. Yeah, of Kerbal Gets Real Redux. I said that really wrong. And the first live stream I've done, I think, since January. It has been a while. I'm a little bit sick at the moment as well, so I do profusely apologise if I sound awful. But we are on the launch pad with Colossus, Void Colossus #1, and we are going to attempt to go to the moon before this decade is out and send at least one Kerbal, land one Kerbal on the surface of the moon. But hello everyone that's been in the live chat already. There's been quite a lot of people. I see 121 people here already. That's mental. But hello. I saw Mr. Blue Star here. And now if we have a look, let me get up a little bit of a bigger screen and we go to this one, right? If we have a look and bring this away, we have Jeff Mr. Blue Lin, and that is named after Mr. Blue Star, who was in the live chat. But welcome everyone. So I saw people saying like, oh my god, landing in 1960. This is not 1964. This is not 1964. This is a few years ahead of where the most recent episode has been. And basically I'm doing this now because I want to film this. I've got up to this point in my save and I really want to do it, and I wanted to do it on a live stream because it's such a pivotal moment. It's a huge event, and I thought, yeah, let's live stream this and then hope that nothing goes wrong over the course of the live stream. The fit is insane. Thank you very much. I love my my safety goggles. Got my safety goggles on, wearing my Enter Shikari top because this mission is called Void Colossus. So it's named after a song called The Void Stares Back, and I think this t-shirt is from roughly when that album came out. So there's a reason I'm wearing this. It's definitely not 1984. We're not that far ahead. No, not 1984. So you're actually using the Titan-based LV. So yeah, you can't really see much at the moment because it is dark, unfortunately. But this is the Colossus, and it is quite big. I need to go through and make sure that I've got all of my action groups sorted before I launch this as well, because I've got no idea how to fly this. I have test flown this multiple times over the past probably like week, just to make sure that I knew exactly what I was doing for this live stream. But then I've been super busy today. I've had a lot of appointments that I needed to go to, basically, and it's completely gone out of my head. I've forgotten how to fly this, and there are action groups. There are definitely action groups, and I'm going to make quick saves along the entire journey because I do want this to be in an episode, and I'm not recording any of this now. I'm going to go back, I'm going to go to the quick saves, I'm going to like refly bits and get cinematics for a future episode. Don't die. Nice beard, thank you. I grew it myself. On my way to Venus for a first flyby. Nice. Hello, Karna. Say hello, like Gladiator. Welcome. I feel like I skipped a half of a season of a show. I mean, this is somewhat spoilers. I am going to try and not show you the dates, what date we are at the moment. Just know it is a few episodes in the future, and a lot is going to happen over the next few episodes. But there is an episode coming out tomorrow. It's already up on YouTube. I'm not premiering it because I'm busy tomorrow night. There's an episode coming next Friday as well that is also up on YouTube. I might premiere that one because I quite like that one. But yeah, we are going to try and launch a lunar mission. So first things first, I need to come into my action groups. I need to see what I have done with this. So Custom 1 has nothing. Wonderful. Custom 2, There definitely were action groups. I swear there were action groups. Wait. The crew arm has been separated already. Okay, right, so this is already off. So I don't need to worry about that. However, Custom 2, what I want to do with this is actually come into here and double decouple this. So it's going to work a little bit like how the Saturn V did. When the Saturn V fired up the S2 stage, obviously the interstage stayed on for like a tiny amount of time and then decoupled the interstage. I've basically done the same thing for this, and we're going to see that hopefully will work. For all Kerbal Gets Real. The crossover episode that no one asked for. So I'm going to set that to my second action group. But I think, to be honest, that's the only action group that I want. I don't, because this is a Gemini capsule, I don't have an abort. I don't have any way of aborting this. So if it all goes completely horribly wrong, I don't have an abort action group, and that scares me quite a lot. it really does. This will be a low Earth orbit rendezvous. No, we're going direct to the moon. We are just flying this. This thing can take about 80 tons to low Earth orbit. which is enough for the lander design and the orbiter that I've got for the moon. It's absolutely fine. And yeah, no, we're doing no rendezvous. The only rendezvous that we will do will be once we land on the moon and then re-rendezvous back with the CSM that is going to stay in low lunar orbit. That's the only rendezvous, and pretty much docking we'll do. We are going to do a bit of transposition and docking once we've done TLI as well. But yeah, doesn't the Gemini capsule have ejection seats? I think that's an option that you can add, but I seem to have forgotten to, you know, include those ejection seats. So there is a very good chance that George Edwards and Jeff, Mr. Blue Lynn, might have a little bit of trouble. Someone was working it out on my Discord. I think there's a link to my Discord in the description of this live stream. There's about a 1 in 40 chance that a Kerbal will die on this mission. 1 in 40 chance, so 2.5%. Even if the mission goes completely fine, I fly it perfectly, there is a 2.5% that a Kerbal will die. Those odds, they don't sound pretty bad, but that is a little bit higher than I would have liked. Abort action group equals hitting spacebar quickly to stage re-entry, but basically, yeah. Gemini ejection seats were more fun than an escape tower. Also, they were never used. Weren't they also incredibly dangerous, like never really tested? And chances are, if they were used, it would actually kill the astronauts rather than save them. I don't know. I've not looked too much into the Gemini ejection seats. So 1 in 40 loss of crew, yes. That's awful, but that's actually, we're looking at this, and I think that's actually better odds than what Apollo 11, like the first real life moon landing, was given. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Anyway, I think this is good. I think I am ready now to fly this. I'm gonna move this out of the way so that we can actually see everything. I'm gonna go for a 220 kilometer low Earth orbit before we go anywhere. I want to auto deploy everything here. I think everything there is absolutely fine. Hot staging is for 1 second. Auto warp I'm not gonna do, because I'm just gonna hit engage autopilot and I'm gonna warp myself. My staging, I believe, is all good. I have made a quick save before the launch, so I can come back and film my cinematics once I've done all of this. So the first stage is 7 LR87 LH2s, which 6 of them are there. And then we've got 2, 6, 10, 14. What was that? What was that? Establishing connection subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. We've got 14 LR89. So it's not actually Titan architecture. The reason why I've gone for LR89s rather than LR87s is because the LR89 that I am flying on this mission is a lot more reliable. It's so much more reliable than the LR87s because I have flown them on pretty much every single launch vehicle that I have in this entire series. Like, I've flown them on Odyssey, Pinnacle, not the newer version of Pinnacle, and yeah, they've been forever. So that's why I'm using these. And the LR87 LH2s that are also going to fly these, if we have a look at them, they unfortunately don't have an awful lot of data units. They've only got 1,225, so this is the biggest point of failure for the launch vehicle. If this fails, then it goes very badly. I can still recover them, but I do not want this to fail, and there's a good chance that it might. Anyway, 14. Why would the abort ejection need testing? I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, hopefully. I love the LR87. I love the I love the LR87 as well because it's got that, you know, iconic whoop. I can't do it justice. This is very funky music. Anyway, I think we're ready to light the candle on this. Well, we're not quite yet. It's going to take us 5 days to get to the moon. That's the kind of time that I've gone, time frame that I'm going to be going for. And so the LR87 LH2s that are powering this, I did actually make a couple of new designs just so that I could get a bit of data units on this rocket before I flew it. And I made some really weird designs that didn't really need to be done, but I just wanted more reliability on those engines. But thank you, some guy, for becoming a member. Thank you very much. The designer of this capsule didn't like escape towers. He thought they were unneeded weight. Oh, that's fair. You have the auto-deploy on antennas and solar panels. That, I don't really mind. I've not got solar panels on this. And I also don't have a deployable antenna at all. So that's something that I don't need to worry about. So what I'm waiting for is this lunar transfer mod at the moment. I'm not sure if you can see it properly. Let me move that down. So I'm waiting until that hits basically 1 minute, and then we're going to light this. And I know, because I've tested this in simulations, that we're going to get a dawn launch. And dawn launches are always nice because, you know, you can see like it's all beautiful and orange and everything looks amazing. So yeah, it should hopefully look quite good. I don't want to time warp a little too fast here. I want to be quite careful with this, but as soon as that first window hits 1 minute, there we go. Oh, I also need to go into the map screen and out again because you can see, like, those clouds... Words, they are hard. Those clouds over there are fuzzy, and they should not be fuzzy. So if I come into the map screen and come out, there we go. They're no longer fuzzy, which is exactly what I want. But I thought 5 days to the moon, because the moon at the moment it's currently quite the opposite of a full moon, like no moon. So I want to make sure that a lot of the moon is lit up when we get there. So I feel like a 5-day travel time is going to really help with that. And I've done this in simulations. A 5-day travel time does mean that quite a fair bit of the moon is lit. Don't really want to be doing a dark side or a far side lunar landing, or a dark lunar landing. I could do a far side lunar landing actually, because I do have a lunar communications network up in this save. That's something that's going to be coming in a future episode, and that's something that I tested out those LR87 LH2s for. Right, we've got 2 minutes. 1 minute now, and this is when I need to start thinking about firing up this rocket. So it looks like that is all fine. The staging is all correct. Yeah, I believe that we're ready to go. So let's light this candle. Do they still have those double-decker cheeseburgers? Oh no. We won't have a repeat. I think it was was it Apollo 23 that was from For All Mankind? I can't remember. But anyway, I'm gonna do this when the first window says 20 seconds. We've got 10, 9. It's being really slow. 8. Yeah. Once that first window hits 20 seconds, I'm gonna hit spacebar and we're gonna go on our way to the moon. And I'm very nervous. Here we go, lads. Indeed, indeed. A launch window that isn't at night, the blessed launch. It would have been at night if I'd have gone for a 3-day journey, which is one of the reasons why I've also gone for a 5-day journey, but here we go. All engines have fired up. We've not had a failure on the first stage. This is fantastic. Nothing has failed. And we have released from the launch tower. And the Colossus, the first flight of the Colossus is go. And you're going to have to let me know how loud is the game volume compared to my voice, because that might be a little bit loud, because the rocket engines are pretty loud, firing up like that. Yes, 23 liftoff, and we have cleared the tower. Jeff, Mr. Blue Lynn, and George Edwards are on their way to the moon, and I'm going to have to ask you guys when we get there. So this lander that I have on here can take 2 Kerbals down to the surface. It's capable of taking two crew down to the surface. I don't think I want to do that because the lander is the biggest point of failure in this entire mission. I think for the first flight, I just want to send 1 crew member down. And George Edwards is my pilot who I've had since the very beginning of the series. She was the first Kerbal in orbit, she was the first Kerbal in space, she was the first Kerbal to perform things that are coming in future episodes. And yeah, she's been all round pretty good. Volume is great. Roll program, don't die. Oh, actually, yeah, let's have a look. Which way are we facing? We are flying this way, so yeah, that's the way that I want this to be. That's the way that I want this to be. So yeah, we've got the choice of George Edwards landing on the moon, and it'd be nice to get like first moon landing as well. Or we've got Jeff, Mr. Blue. I bet I know who Mr. Blue's gonna vote for. How many engines does the first stage have? It has 14 LR89s, and it has 7 LR87 LH2s. What was that notification? Subscriber received. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for subscribing whilst I'm doing my first ever moon launch or moon landing. It's going to be great. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. We're still looking good. We're still looking absolutely fine. All of the engines are working as they should. The LR87 LH2s are my primary point of concern. Does that say 0.02 degrees? No. Wait, it's I want guidance. It's 0.8 degrees. I think I'm going to change that to 0.5. Yeah, we're going to change that to 0.5. I don't want to tip over too soon because that could be problematic. Don't kill George. Is that your vote on letting yourself go to the moon first? Because yeah, the engine that I'm using to land on the moon is going to be the RL-10 Lunar stage, which is a deeply throttleable Hydrolox engine. And I think the reliability I have for that at the moment is about 97%. And I can get away with only needing to fire that engine twice. If I light it up around at the moon, it is possible that I can land on the moon from its first burn in lunar orbit. However, it would be better if it would. I would feel more comfortable lighting it 3 times, but at the same time, that obviously introduces a greater chance of failure. I thought the boosters were UA1207s. No, they are liquid fuel boosters. They are liquid fuel boosters, and I have just designed them. I have done a little bit of detailing on them to make them look a little bit more interesting than just having 2 massive tanks. I can probably also turn down the brightness of this. I only turned the vacuum light level up because it was night when we started this, and I couldn't see a thing. And I would quite like to be able to see my rocket as it makes its way to space. All engines are still good. All engines are still good. Hey Kanasa, can you link your TUFX settings somewhere? So the TUFX settings that I use, I'll show you. That is my face over that. I use this one, Profile Umia, and it's on CCAN. The CCAN mod that you need to download to get these, it's called Bleak. We are very, 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 very low. Why are we tipping over? We're like... I am a little concerned about this. I should have flown this before I started the stream to figure out exactly what MechJet settings I needed. I think we're fine though. We're about to lose the boosters. We're about to have booster SEP, and in order for that, I think what we'll do is we'll look at it this way. Let's get rid of the HUD. Booster separation. It's absolutely lovely. You love to see it. Amazing stuff. The first stage was completed. The boosters performed flawlessly, and we didn't have any problems with that at all. Looks fine to me. Okay, what version were you playing in Beyond Home? It was 1.12.3 by the end, I think. In PVG, we trust. Return to launch. No. So I'm not allowed to revert. Like, reverts are not a thing. It's just... I think I have the option enabled, but it kind of like the whole point of RP1 is you don't revert, you just build again, and I don't want to be doing that. If something goes wrong on this flight, it's because something goes wrong on this flight, and we have to kind of like deal with that. Nominal SRB separation indeed, and we still have a good performance on every single engine that we have on this rocket. Nothing has suffered a test flight failure yet. Keep on chugging. Cool separation. It was, I mean, I did spend quite a bit of time designing the solids, the separation motors. I think I got a really good amount to make it just, you know, like perfectly separate there. I was quite pleased with that when I was simulating this and saw how that turned out. It's pretty cool. Terrible timing for a Kia. Are you getting ads? I'm not doing anything to that. That's just YouTube throwing that. I'm literally, look, I could have my hands behind my back. I'm not throwing in adverts right now. I think YouTube does automatically do them on monetized streams now, though. I think that's a new feature that they have added. And yeah, YouTube is my primary source of income, so I tend to monetize my streams. I only revert if some weird bug happens. Yeah. The Kraken attacks, I think, are fine for when for reverting an RORP1, and Kraken attacks do happen quite frequently. And yeah, if like, I think when I changed Earth to Kerbin and Kerbin back to Earth, there was one setting that I changed in the settings. I usually have require communication for control on, but I changed that setting very briefly because all of my interplanetary probes were trying to point at Earth, but Earth didn't exist. So they were all trying to point at a planet that didn't exist, and they all lost communication. So for a very brief moment, I made sure that that option was turned off, made sure that I went in the, I think it was real antenna kind of like config settings, turned every single probe that I had interplanetary, tell them to point at Earth, and then that way it kind of, or Kerbin, that way it got fixed it. I got my first RP1 orbit today, and now NASA is doing a lunar landing. This is a good day. Congratulations on your first orbit in RP1. That is an incredible feeling. I remember when I first got to orbit in RP1, and there's honestly one of the best experiences in gaming. Like, first orbit in KSP, I remember that too. That felt amazing. Then I did it in RO and RP1, and oh my god, the satisfaction, like, realizing this is... And we've got successful light on both of those LR87 LH2s. Oh, this was the part I was worried about. This, yeah, no, we are good. We are good. And then what we can do... Oh dear, that was just the Gemini nose falling off, and we can separate that, and we have good light, we have good light, we are on our way. We're on our way to orbit. This was the thing, this was the part I was most worried about. Yeah, but both of these vacuum optimized LR87 LH2s have fired successfully, and if we bring this over here, I don't know if you can see that, but the ignition chance is, well, it's 96%, so there's a good chance that it would fire, but this is where it could become problematic. So I'm thrilled that has worked in our favour there. That was the part that could have been really problematic, and it's fine. It's fine, we're good, and we're getting a tiny amount of data units for this. Oh, I really shouldn't stream whilst I'm recovering from a cold. Oh. But yeah, that was a little bit concerning that we had an explosion as well, but basically it's the nose cover of the Gemini. Basically it flung off and then we flew into it. I don't think that will have damaged anything, but you never know. Who knows, maybe there will be a test flight failure by the end of this. My rockets seem to be underperforming in RP1. Is this a known issue? Underperforming how? Epic, let's go. I thought for sure you hexed it from the nose cone. Yeah, I should have changed the staging there. That was my bad. That was something that every time I've simulated this, the same thing has happened, and I have just neglected to change it because the staging on this rocket is just so complex and complicated that every time I come into the vehicle assembly building with it, I'm like, I can't be bothered to change anything right now. Carnassa, what did you use for the lander? You can't really see it at the moment because it's, you know, tucked away in here, but it's here, and it's a completely new design. I haven't shown this design at all over any point because I made it on my own time. The stream that I did a few weeks ago, what was that? What was that? Subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I can't see what that says because unfortunately it's in like white and green text and its background is against Earth, and that just makes it impossible to see. But yeah, no, I completely scrapped that design because I completely rebuilt the launch vehicle. I needed to figure out a way that I could build a launch vehicle for as cheap as possible and try and get it like as cheap as possible, because I don't really want to be spending a stupid amount on this, because if I would have done that, then I would have lost out on historical dates. And I will say that if this is successful, we will be beating history by a fair bit. So yeah, it's not quite like Kerbal Gets Real, where I did my first moon landing in 1964, December 1964. We're a little bit later than that, but we are going to beat history if this works. And yeah, in order to try and beat history as much as possible, I had to make this as cheap as possible. So I went and I redesigned it, and I did loads and loads of different designs, and this, honestly, was the best design that I came up with. And you might be able to notice that the entire rocket is kind of like the first stage of a Saturn 1. Because this is so much cheaper. Diameter, like, this is a 7-meter diameter rocket, right? So 3 meters less wide than the Saturn V. Diameter tooling, if I'd have tooled a 7-meter part that wasn't procedural structure, which I think is what this part is, or this part is, that would have cost me so much more rather than doing the kind of like Redstone Jupiter style Saturn 1. And these are tanks I think used from Odyssey and Pinnacle. Like, I've got a Pinnacle core in the middle of this surrounded by Odyssey tanks, and I've basically done what they did in real life, and it's just saved me so much money. Is this design sub 1,500? No, it is not. It is 2,300 tons, if I recall correctly. I don't know that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm fairly sure it's 2,300 tons. Beat history, July 19th, 1969. Is it 1967? It's not 1967, no. Mr. Blue should go to Neptune. Mr. Blue, how do you feel about going to Neptune? Jen, that's pretty damn good for RP2. Wait, when was this? In my first save, I landed on the moon in 1970, and in my current save, I managed to land in 1963. Wow! I mean, I'm not... That's beaten my my old legacy RP1 lunar landing time. That's insane! How did you do that? Please share me your tips and tricks. I need to know this. I need to find out. That is really, really good. I wonder if the weird tank structure produces extra drag. I don't believe it does, because RO and RP1 uses Ferrum Aerospace Research, FAR, which is a different way of modelling atmospheres. And basically, rather than like the stock system, I think it looks at nodes, that nodes are like visible. It basically takes the shape of the vehicle that you are flying, and it makes aerodynamics around that. Like, picture the picture of the aerodynamics of a cow picture, and you can see, yeah, FAR is a lot better for aerodynamics. So I think this kind of different, like all of these different fuel tanks as one fuel tank works fine with FAR. Wait, RP2? I thought this is RP1. No. This is programs and launch complexes. I was about to open up my Kerbal construction time, and I think that would give the date away. This is programs and launch complexes, so RP2. I don't think they like me calling it RP2. What is that? New tip received. What is that? Man, I can't see how much that was. I'm really sorry. Hang on. If I go to this screen, stream or chat, it should replay, and I should be able to see what that was, and that'll be a bit better, because it was a tip. I was like, yeah, there we go. Tipped. Oh, great, it's purple on a purple background. Well, thank you. I think that's £2.50. You should call the lander the Pigeon 1 as a better eagle. Pigeon 1 is going to touch down on the surface of the moon. I mean, does anyone have any objections to that? Because I'm perfectly happy calling it Pigeon. If anyone has any objections, let them be heard now, but I quite like the name of Pigeon as my lander. My cat, Pippin, he actually, he makes this noise where he sounds a little bit like a pigeon. Every now and then he does this weird, like, woo. It's really strange behaviour. But because he's called Pippin, I sometimes call him like Pigeon, because, you know, he's like pigeon, because he sounds like a pigeon. I have a cat that sounds like a pigeon. It's very, very, very bizarre. Anyway, we're going to go back to this screen so we can see a little bit better. And we are going to come back into the game, because I'm not actually looking at the game at the moment, and that'll be that's pretty bad, not looking at the game. It's better than Pinnacle. Pigeon 1 forever. I object! No, officially Genix, no, we have no objections here. I'm going to strike that message from the records. I like Pigeon, the Pigeon, Pippin maybe. We could call it Pippin. I don't know if Pippin's in here with me at the moment. I'm probably talking a little bit too loud for him. He might be a little bit scared of all of the shouting that I'm doing. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to, get some tissue here, because, I am gross. I have a cold. It's not COVID. It's no worse than a cough, but I have been a little bit ill over the past few days, so you're gonna have to bear with that whilst I try and power through this live stream. They do that to lure birds. I know. No. There's I know they do a chatter. I thought that was how they lure birds. Yeah, if Pippin, like, there's a window over there which I've not got open at the moment to try and sort out the lighting of this room, but he likes sitting there and he can see birds from outside the window. And if he sees birds, he makes this really weird chattering noise. It's like it's honestly really strange. The first time I heard him do it, I thought something was wrong with him. I was like, Pippin, what's up with you? Why are you doing this? Like, what are you doing? And I looked it up, and there we go. We have full ignition on all 7 of the RL-10s. I think this has been a very, very, very good launch. We're going to have 3,568.5 meters per second to get us over to the moon. Anyway, yeah, what was I talking? I was talking about Pippin. Yeah, I like phoned up the vets, and they were like, no, it's completely normal. Thank you, Paul Siddick, for the donation. Conquest of the moon. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to go to the moon. We're going to stick our flag in it, and we're going to attempt to return the Kerbal back. Now that basically we are in low Earth orbit, I am very, very hopeful for this mission. The biggest point of failure right now is going to be the landing. because these RL10 engines, right, if we look at them, their reliability is 99.81%. That's a 0.19% chance of one of these failing. That is, they're not gonna fail. If they fail, I'm quitting YouTube. I'll make a viral video about it. Be like, oh, I quit YouTube. No, I'm not going to do that because that's not really what my channel's about. But but you get people that make videos like that all the time. It's like, but you didn't. You came back a week later and uploaded a new video. Yeah. But no, if one of these fails, I will be honestly completely gobsmacked. Kanasa, do you remember me from Kerbal Get Real live streams from some years ago? Space Things, the name does ring a bell. I've definitely seen Space Things as a name around. Have you been posting recently as well? Those Kerbal Get Real, the original live streams, were a very long time ago. I used to do those every single Monday, and basically the live stream would then become the episode. It was a great way to actually churn out content, whereas now I'm so far ahead in this series, I can't really do live streams without like giving away a lot of what's gone on, which is why I'm trying to hide this as best as possible. I believe it's Principia. What's this test flight say? What now? So the episode. One second. And I'm back. The episode that is coming out next Friday. I hate test flight. Honestly, test flight, bad. Really bad. I don't like it. It hurt me in ways that really upset me. Test flight, what? But yeah, no, test flight was really, really bad for the year 1964. I love this song. Right, anyway, we are going to plot our way over to the moon, and there's quite a lot of things in orbit. Let's see, how has my communication network stayed up? It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Still, I reckon we have full coverage around the moon. Nice. So, what we need to do is plot out our route over to the moon. So let's get up Principia. We're going to go for a flight plan, please. And I want to create a flight plan. And I'm going to try and keep this so that you can actually see what I'm doing. If you're not used to Principia, this is Principia. Principia is a n-body physics simulation. So basically, rather than the KSP2, stock KSP two-body physics simulation, Principia is everybody affects everyone. It's a little bit of a free-for-all, if I'm going to be honest, but it's great, and it basically makes things a little bit more realistic, and I love it. It is such a great mod once you get used to it. But we are going to go for a maneuver that is going to cost us about 3,130 meters per second, because I know from experience that is roughly how much we're going to need to get to the moon for a 5-day transfer. I'm going to set my plan length to 6 days, and then I'm going to move my initial burn around until it roughly matches up with where we're going to be at the moon. So I want to say we're going to go for a little bit more about there. That looks good because we're doing a little bit of a weird thing there. So I'm going to change to the moon's reference frame. Then we're going to have a look at this. And we are currently 26 million meters away, which is obviously not ideal. We're going to bring our time down a little bit. 22 million meters away. So we need to either up this. There we go. We need to up that. 3133. We might need to burn a little bit more than I was anticipating. It's going to take us currently 4 days and a few hours. I think I might have messed up this burn a little bit. Like messed up my launch. Because yeah, I want to take a little bit longer than that. Yeah, I think I might be in a bit of a weird lunar plane. That's not good. That's might be a little bit of a problem, but I don't think it's anything disastrous. Kanasa is also using TFX for the visual enhancements. I don't know if there's a list of mods in the description of this live stream. If there's not, if you go to any of the videos from this series, you can find the entire list of mods. Mr. Shonk, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you very much. What rocket is this launched on? This is launched on the brand new Colossus launch vehicle, of which I did a short of earlier this week. I think I released it Wednesday. If you haven't seen that short, I'd recommend go checking it out because I spent more time editing that short than I do for a regular video. It took me a very, very, very long time. Oh no, I just accidentally, I accidentally all over the place. That's not good. Where did... damn it. No, that was not good. I think I want to get up to about there. 3134. Silly me. So we could attempt to go for like a free return trajectory as well. And this was something that I was thinking about. I'm not going to do that. What was that? That was, oh, I was just a new member, but I saw that on the YouTube chat already. I'm not going to go for a free return trajectory because in order to get a free return trajectory, you need to be going retro around the moon. The lander will not be able to land on the moon and get back if it's going retro. The delta V losses there would just be way too much. So I'm just going for a regular transfer to the moon and hoping that nothing goes terribly wrong. Right, so I'm gonna get about 80... we'll go for 100 meters, 100,000 meters. No, we don't want to go for 100 meters. That would be very low orbit around the moon. Oh, you did what? Hey, Karnasa, would you like to race to the moon? I'm just now launching a crewed mission to land on the moon. I think he will beat me because the reason why is because I'm also talking and checking chat. If you don't beat me, like I would do this so much quicker in my own time. It's because I'm like, you know, talking, trying to read chat, do all of this, do all the whole YouTube thing. I don't know why I'm dancing and my hands are up in the air like a crazy person. I am a crazy person. But anyway, we've got that all sorted. So it's going to take us 4 days and 18 hours to get to the moon, which is great. And it's only going to cost us 3,139 meters per second of delta V to get there, which is way more than, well, we've got way more than that. If I come into delta V stats, I think I've got about 3,500. Yeah, we got 3,500 meters per second. Let's get that away from the super chat bit. And yeah, so our node is in 1 hour. So in 1 hour, we are going to be burning for the moon. Look at Jeff, Mr. Blue Lin, and George Edwards. They look thrilled. Look at them. They're so happy. They're like, we're going to die. they're not going to die. I'm going to do everything I can in my power so that they will not die. Hey, Cookie Bear. Who's Cookie Bear? Is that me? Is that me? That was thank you. Is this a direct ascent lander? No, it's not. We are going to be doing a rendezvous in lunar orbit. Did he freeze? Oh no, a completely insane space race. Right. Anyway, yeah, they look. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, we are going to go to the moon now. Let's time warp ahead a little bit. And once I get to about maybe 10 minutes away from my node, maybe 5, I'm going to make sure that I point this in the right direction towards the node, and we're going to burn, and we're going to attempt to get to the moon. And I'm 99.9999999% sure that this stage will get us to the moon just fine. And the reason why I'm so sure is because I have 7 engines. They are all pointed sort of like slightly off thrust vector, so if one of them fails, they don't really have to overcompensate to like avoid spinning, which is part of this design. And if one of them fails, the problem that I will then encounter is that my burn will take a bit longer, but they're also 99.81% reliability, so I don't think any of them are going to fail. What we're going to do is we are going to turn to our node now, and we're going to get ready to fire towards the moon. What year is this in? I'm not saying what year this is in yet. I've not said anything. I'm trying not to give the year away as much as possible. Just know that if we land on the moon today, we have beaten historical date. We have beaten our historical date. Wait, is this the Gemini capsule? It is with the Gemini capsule. Yes, I have researched Apollo and I have it unlocked. I just haven't bought it yet because it costs 500,000 funds, and I do not have 500,000 funds. That is way beyond my capability. So I am going to upgrade this vehicle. I have tested it out with Apollo, and we can send Apollo on top as well as the Gemini. It works for Apollo too, but I just can't afford the Apollo capsule right now, and when I do, then I probably will buy Apollo so I can send 3 crew to the moon. But the lander is capable of sending 2 people down to the moon. Yeah, we can send both crew down to the moon if I really want to. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that though, because as I mentioned at the beginning of this stream, that is the highest point of a Kerbal dying, and I don't know if I want to kill both Kerbals in one go, because that would be awful. Really, really, really bad. Right, so we've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds until we burn for the moon. So what I'm going to do right now is make a quick save so I can do a cinematic of this and for when I release the episode. So the quick save is going to be before TLI. There we go, before TLI. Save that. And I've got a quick save that I can come back to when I film the cinematics, and this is going to be great. And one thing that Principia now has, that when I first started playing with Principia, that it didn't have, and RSSR and RP1 and MechJeb, yeah, I'm just saying words now, is MechJeb can now execute Principia nodes, because they do work very differently from how regular stock KSP nodes do. Stock KSP nodes, you kind of burn when you're halfway towards your, like, you take your burn time, you halve it, and then you start your burn like that long before you get to your node. Principia, you start the burn when the node is. It's different. I prefer it. It's a lot better. And yeah, so MechJeb now has a feature that allows you to account for this. Do both. All or nothing. I do kind of maybe want to see if I can write a poll on this and see what people say, because it would be interesting. Like, I'm gonna leave this up and I'm gonna come back on here, and what I'm gonna do is, I'm fairly sure I can do a poll like this. So start a poll, ask a question. Who do we land? Who do we land? And we're gonna have 3 options. We're gonna have George, we're gonna have Blue, and we're also going to have both. There we go. The first time that I've actually probably done a meaningful poll. So we're gonna start that. Let me know what you think, and hopefully I get to see that on OBS, because it would be a lot better. Who do we land? Please, please, please stay up. All or nothing. Anyway, we've got our burn in now 1 minute and 40 seconds. Here we go. Thanks to your videos, I'm into KSP RO. KSP RO is absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's my favourite way of playing KSP. Like, there's just something about it. It's so incredibly, like, satisfying getting anywhere in KSP RO. That poll, unfortunately, is blocking my chat. I can't see half of chat because the poll is blocking it. This is bad. But it looks like oh, can I vote? I can vote. What? Maybe if I vote, then it will go. I'm gonna vote this. Oh no, now my chat has just gone. Ah! No! No! Stop! Oh, great. Oh, I've lost my chat. No! Oh, I've lost chat. Why has it gone? Docs. Chat, let's see if this gets it back. There we go, it's back, it's back. Wonderful. Both is 44%. Both is currently winning. George is 40%. But yeah. Oh, that's still in the way of my chat. I'm gonna have to end that. I'm gonna have to end the poll quite soon, because that is just getting a little bit annoying. But anyway, we've now got 29 seconds. I'm going to ullage this stage ever so slightly. I don't really want a time warp with 26 seconds left to go. Click on the top. Hi, Carnassa. Hello, Aurora Synth. Welcome. Both reality. Click on the top. Yeah, if I click on it, it causes my chat to disappear. Which is really, really not good. Really not good. Right, so 6 seconds. Here we go. I've got so many things. Like, trying to focus on too many things at once here. Here we go. 1 second, and we have fired up. We are on our way to the moon. We've had a successful light on every single one of those 7 RL10 engines. I think they are the second config of the RL10 right now. I was using the original config for a long time. But here we go. Subscriber received. Thank you for subscribing. I think I've probably gained quite a few subscribers over the course of this live stream, which is weird because I'm ill. I feel like I'm quite energized and quite energetic though. So this is me on a good day, even though I am ill. A little bit weird. Chat is no go. Uh-oh, rip chat. I'm alive! Hello, I arrived just for the poll. Is Carnassa already landing them? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We're just performing our TLI right now. Translunar injection it's not happened. It's happening. It's happening right now. We've got a burn of 3,139.1 meters per second. Principia as well means that this doesn't go down. The way to see how... No, I don't want to do that. The way to see like how much of your burn you've got left with Principia is if you go into your flight plan Let's see if I can put it over here. Get that out of the way. Flight plan. And yeah, we can see. So we've got a 5-minute long burn. That's a very, very long burn. Would people be adverse to me physical time warping through this burn? 5 minutes is a long time just to watch a thing burning. I'm also going to end the poll. I'm going to end the poll so it gets out of my way. It gets out of my peripherins and I can see what's going on. Right, so we're going to end the poll. Currently, it is both. It is both. So I guess we send two. Yeah. I guess we send them both down. Both was 43%. Yeah, go for warp, go for warp, go for warp, go for warp. Okay, cool, yeah, we will go for warp because 5 minutes is a long time, and especially as we're like not even doing a second. We've gone for 3 times warp. Hopefully that should be enough to kind of like speed things up a little bit, get ourselves on our merry way over to the moon. We've got transposition and docking to come after this. It's going to be great. Both land, both. I think we are going to be landing both. 1%. There was only 1% in it. It was like 43% for both, 42% for George. I am a little bit worried. Sending both down. If the engine fails whilst they're on the surface, we're not only going to be losing 1 Kerbal this live stream, we're going to be losing 2. Because we've only got 2 Kerbals in there. It's not like an Apollo situation where we're going to leave 1 in orbit. If we send them both down, there's going to be no one in orbit. But the capsule, the CSM thingy-majiggy, that is going to have avionics on it, so it can be controlled. It's basically a robot. Like it's got autonomous control. So even if we can dock with it and we can control it, even if there's no crew on board. Is what I really meant to say. When the clock is red, it has to be sped. I like that. That's something that I'm going to take forward with me. Kanasa, I just got here. What's going on? Hello, Bunting Bunch. Currently, right now, we are going to the moon. We're performing our Translunar injection, which will be cutting off in 30 seconds. Kanasa, does the lander have an ascent stage, or does it use a single engine? It uses only a single engine. 1 engine. So I can get down to the surface of the moon in 2 burns if I want to. It's going to be difficult. Or I can do 3 burns. Oh, God. Oh, wow. We are some ways off of what I thought we were going to be. Interesting. I don't know how much RCS I have on this stage. I could do a correction burn with the RL10s. But I think this should be fine. That really overburnt. God damn it, Principia. I suppose my tolerance is 0.5 meters per second. But that was a lot more aggressive than I was anticipating, but we should be fine. I'm just using RCS right now to try and get it a little bit closer. Thank you, me, for the $5 donation. Thanks for your videos. It helped me get into RO. It's the most fun I've had in KSP. Right now in my game, I'm doing my first lunar probes. Nice. That's a great era to be in. Thank you for the donation. And there was I don't know if the other ping was a subscriber or something, or because usually when it comes up on my chat, that's a little bit before it comes up on the screen. Because of, you know, stream lag, stream delay, and all of that. I've got it set to low latency at the moment because this save, or like normal latency, because this save is using 64K RSS reball, and unfortunately that is very taxing on my system. But it makes the planets and the moons look amazing. But because of that, I have to set it to a higher latency to avoid it, like, basically, yeah, just, what am I trying to say? Buffering and stuttering and all of that. So you might be wondering, why on earth are you going for a lunar impact again? You just cleared the moon. Why have you done this? There is a very good reason for that, and it's because I want the TLI stage, this thing, to smack right into the moon. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Look at the sun. That's amazing. Oh, yeah, there we go. I got a new member. Wow. Hello, Cow. Thank you for giving... Damn! Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. That's insane. You've just made my end screen take about 20 minutes longer. Thank you very much. I'm sick. I'm very sorry. But yeah, much appreciated. That's gonna go off for ages now. It's going to be pinging in my ear for a very long time. But thank you so much. It's cool as you go from lunar probes to eventually crewed missions being routine. Rail Cowgirl was gifted a membership by Rail Cowgirl, winning both sides. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very, very much. Right, anyway, we are going to do a little bit of transposition and docking, because that's the next thing that we want to do. So I am going to toggle the petals. I really should have made a quick save. And look, finally, for the first time, we can see the lander. Here's the lander. It's quite detailed. I spent quite a bit of time detailing this lander. Ahaha! RD119 is the best early orbital game engine. Prove me wrong. I don't really use the Soviet engines at all. I tend to go for American engines. That's probably a mistake that I make. But yeah, I never really use the Soviet engines, and I don't know why, because some of them are really, really good. Anyway, we're going to detuckle. What on earth is that? Detuckle. Also, I'm going to activate these manually. RCS, I don't want the thrust limiter on those. RCS controlled. RCS control enabled. Because I messed up the staging a little bit, and I don't really want things to go wrong. Let's move ourselves away whilst I get all of these. Wow, that pinging is just going to go on forever. Thank you so much, Rail Calgor, though. Very appreciated. Very, very, very appreciated. Control, RCS, let's turn all of these on. This one as well. If we go part, control, RCS. This is a very boring thing. Thing is, I don't want to hit space. Right now, because like the staging, to me, if you look at the staging, I think you can see the staging. Yeah, you can. We've got this as our next stage, which is the two engines and the RCS. But then I've got that afterwards, and I don't want it to do that thing where sometimes KSP just decides to randomly miss a stage, and then suddenly we've decoupled the entire Gemini capsule on its way to the moon, killing both of our Kerbals. This is the only reason why I'm doing this manually. Because I really, 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 really don't want to kill them. That would be bad. That would be very bad. Right, okay, so just a couple more to do. RCS enabled, RCS enabled. Let's do this real quick. RCS enabled, RCS. Did I do this one as well? RCS enabled. Right, let's caps lock, because we got fine control on at the moment. Are all of them? I'm seeing successful light on every single RCS. Yep, everything is looking good. I can get rid of Lunar transfer now as well, which I'm going to do. I don't want camera tools. Go away, camera tools. Where's Lunar transfer? There we go. The rocket looks like a sandworm with the petals. It does a little bit. It's like opening up. It's been like, I'm going to eat the CSM. No, it's stock KSP2. Quick save. I should have quick saved really here. But I think when I film the cinematics, what I will do is do a thing. I'm forgetting my words. When I do the cinematics, I'll just get all the footage from pre-TLI. I will make some quick saves when I get around the moon, though. We're going to go for target, parallel, negative. We are going to control from here. I don't really want... I don't like those... artifacts on RSS Reborn as well. I don't really want to be using full blasting control, because that will waste a lot of RCS that I don't really want to waste. Why do you want them to live? Because I am a terrible person, and I want to make sure that every single one of my Kerbals comes back home safely. I know, it's really... I should feel ashamed of myself, but I would like them all to come back safely. Carnassa, has there been an eye reveal? What an eye reveal? Like, oh, hey. Hello. This is the new fashion. This is the style. Everyone's wearing this style right now. I might, when I get to landing on the moon, I might take these off just so I can see a little bit better, because that is going to be a little bit more like, oh god, we got to really pay attention to the screen then, so they might come off. I've noticed those. Is it a bug with the current clouds? I'm not entirely sure, but you get them quite often. I'm not entirely sure why that happens. Though I always let the capsule float for a bit before lighting the RCS stage, so that might be why I've never had it skip the RCS stage. Eyeball. If my graphics could handle it, I would love to use RSS Reborn. RSS Reborn is absolutely fantastic. I mean, Ballistic Fox has done such a good job with it. It's great. You also check out the Real Cowgirl live streams. You should. She live streams. I don't want to sound really dumb here. It's Norway, and she's like a train cab person, train cab driver. Is that what you are, Real Cowgirl? But yeah, she basically live streams her journeys, and they are pretty amazing. That like really amazing scenery. So you should definitely check out Real Cowgirl. And yeah, that made me sound real. She's a train driver. She's a rail cab inspector engineer. I don't know, but yeah, she live streams the journeys, and they're really good. Right. Anyway, I could manually dock this, but I don't think I want to. I'm gonna get docking autopilot to do it because it's easy. And it means I can look at chat, and we can chat, we can talk whilst this is doing its thing. I'm going to pause a roll, 0.1 meters per second. I think that's absolutely fine. We're going to do this. Her streams are fun. They are. What graphics card have I got? I have an RTX 3070 Ti. We still getting the members coming through. My God, it's been constant. Thank you very much, Real Cowgirl, for that. My specs. So yeah, RTX 3070 Ti. I've got a i9 13th gen i9 CPU 13900, and I have 64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Those are my specs. Choo choo. Inspector engineer. That's what you are. Okay, right. I know that in future, if you're ever at a live stream and someone asks what you are, an inspector engineer. But yeah, definitely go check out Rail Cowgirl's channel. Absolutely. When my lunar orbiter becomes a lunar impactor, oh no. Well, I did joke on, I think the RO Discord, that I was attempting CREWED lunar impactor, or like lunar impactor brackets CREWED contract over the course of this live stream. So we'll see how how that goes. How long have I been streaming for now? It's been about an hour. Been about an hour, and we are on our way to the moon. This is pretty good going. So I think I'm going to time warp this because I've actually got someone coming over at around 8, so that's 2 hours from me. I'll really want to get this all done by the by the time that person comes over, because I don't really want them to come in and like hear my streaming voice, because it's very different from my normal voice. I'm not even sure if I could do my normal voice in the stream, because it's like you know, presenting. It's not too dissimilar, but it's kind of like you kind of like. When I talk to someone normally, I'm not like all shouting like this and like arms waving in the air. That only happens about 60% of the time. The other 40%, I'm a bit more normal. What's normal? I don't know. But yeah, it is a little bit different. They removed that contract. No, how could they? That was the best contract. I mean, there's still the like Lunar Impactor uncrewed contract, right? I'm fairly sure I did that a few times. Ascent needs all the Khan astronauts he can get for the future Titan mission. Oh no, we're doing a Titan mission by the end of this series. We will make it to Titan by the end of the next decade. I don't think that's going to happen. The urge to gift mentorships just to have the sound never end and drive you insane is high. I don't even know how many people are watching this live stream at the moment. If you gifted membership, like, sure, I feel like there's more than 20 people here, right? I think the last live stream I did was about 120 people. So if you gifted live streams, that'd be pretty much everyone in the stream that has them. How many people are watching? Wait, what? 207? Okay, this has been the best live stream I've done in a very long time. Well, thank you everyone for coming along to this. It's the first time I've checked that. Nice. This is obviously a clearly very interesting live stream. You just all want to watch me suffer. I'm sick. You're here. You're like, yeah, let's watch Karnasa die whilst he live streams. That's really nice. But thank you everyone for coming along to this live stream. Thank you very much. Right, so here we go. We've docked the two together. That's fantastic. Now what I need to do is find the right thing to decouple. IB procedural hollow interstage adapter. Is that what I want to go for? I believe it is. We're going to decouple that and hope that nothing goes wrong. Yeah, that was the right one. We made the right choice. And didn't pick up the wrong trousers. Okay, let's turn fine control off and let's move ourselves away from here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. And now I'm going to see exactly what my orbit is. So I need to move further forward. I need to go, yeah, towards the TLI stage in order to not crash into the moon. So if I maybe activate, or like, can I just, what's the best way to go? I really don't know. What is the best way to go? I think if I activate a couple of these, they're not oriented in the same direction. That's going to be a problem, but we'll do a bit of this, try and get us to move up a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Blue Star, for becoming a member. You're already a patron, like, what? And Mr. Blue Star is a very good friend. Mr. Blue Star is a very good friend. We need to play Helldivers together. Oh no, oh no. Thank you, Blue. Thank you. We do need to play Helldivers. I think maybe tomorrow. Like I was going to do it tonight, but then obviously I told you that person's coming over. Maybe tomorrow. I don't think I've got anything planned. Oh wait, no. Oh, are we doing D&D tomorrow? Is that still happening? You're going to have to tell me. I need to look at the schedule because that's when it originally was planned for, wasn't it? Just going in a little bit of a full-on conversation with Blue here right now. Ding, 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 ding. The ending screen will be half the video. It will indeed. My God, the size difference. What's the size difference? The size difference in what? Me? Me? What, like here? Kanasa, does this save have mods in it? I really can't tell. Maybe a few, like one or two, just one or two. Thank you, Blue. Yeah, everyone say thank you to Blue. Blue's a great guy. Blue's an absolutely great guy. I'm just gonna time warp this a little bit. Oh, I'm physical time warping. Why am I physical time warping? We're gonna do this, and hopefully we're gonna move upwards at a rate that means that we won't go crashing into that. Yeah, and then we're gonna fire our RCS again and try and avoid hitting the moon. Like so. Perfect. And I want to have the pinks, the unrelenting pinks. Right, we want to go for about there. 80 kilometers, I reckon, around the moon is a very, 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 very good margin. So yeah, 100 kilometers, I guess we can do as well. At this rate, everyone will be members at the end of the stream. Yeah, the end screen is just going to be... I'm going to have to change the format. Currently, it's a scrolling thing, but I think with this mini, I might have to just like have like a huge block of text or something, because that'll be insane. Now I can't find any more stuff. No more stuff. First Carnassus stream. I'm so thrilled. Hello, HPNK Media. I think that's how you probably say that. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, right, we are about 100 kilometers. There is one more thing that I want to do before we start going to the moon, though, and that is to do something that is going to try and avoid boil-off. So we're going to set the sun as our target, and I'm going to go, I think I want it to be down. I think down is the correct way. Then what I do is I execute that. No, I don't want it to be down. I want it to be up. I want it to be up. I want it to be up. Up. So basically what I am doing is trying to have this part of the spacecraft pointing directly at the sun. And there's a couple of reasons for this. If I get hit by a solar storm, then this is... Oh, it's the Kerbal Gets Real music. Anyway, yeah, if there's a solar storm, our Kerbals will be shielded by the tanks, and it also is going to mitigate boil-off as much as I possibly can, because, like, boil-off, if it's in the sun, then more fuel is going to boil off, and we don't really want that. Can anyone tell me why my YouTube chat is small? I don't know, Space Beans, why is your YouTube chat small? I'm not entirely sure why that would be. Good evening, Carnasa. Hello, Roberto Garcia Fernandez. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but Hello and welcome to the stream. Hi Kanasa. Hello to Epic Gamer 414. Wait, hello Axel Gote. I might have mispronounced that as well, but hello and welcome. I think like there's been a lot of chat in this live stream. There has been a lot that I've probably missed, and I do profusely apologise. I do try and always check over, but at the same time I'm also trying to play and talk, and there's so many things to do. Right, anyway, we are going to spin. Those RCS are still technically firing. I don't know if that will get rid of like my fuel, but I'm not sure. I don't think it will, but there we go. That should be hopefully enough spin that means this is pointing at the sun for the entire duration of our journey over to the moon, and means that we shouldn't like get blasted by solar radiation, and we shouldn't lose all of our fuel. So we've got 17 days of food. We've got a load of oxygen, nitrogen, water is going to be pretty much perpetual. I don't have to worry about any resources. This is all fine. I think what I do want to do, though, is actually kill my time warp. I want to plot out my burn for when I get to the moon. And I'm going to turn my RCS off, because I don't need that on. I'm going to make sure that my throttle is disabled, and I'm going to activate both of these engines. But I'm not going to fire them up, because firing them up right now would be really stupid. But in order for Principia to work, I need to have an active engine for it to, like, basically read the thrust off of. So we are going to now get to the moon. Why are we now on an impact course? Moon! Why? No, not today. Not today, thank you. No impact. Oh, it's because I spun the spacecraft around, isn't it? That'll be why. That would make sense. Right, caps lock N, and let's get that down to about 100,000 meters. Lovely. Wonderful. All right, M. We're still spinning towards the sun. Now what I can do is check and see when I get to the moon how I'm going to do this. So flight plan. I want to delete that. Delete the flight plan. Create a flight plan. The plan length is going to be 7 days. I'm going to add a maneuver when I get to the moon, which is going to be roughly about 800-ish meters per second, 900 meters per second. And I'm going to make sure that we do that once we are at our periloon, which will be about... when? About here? There we go, we're almost there. About here. Right. Okay, let's... Interesting. Oh, if I do active engines... Well, I'm confused. Oh, there we go. There we go. Much better. That looks like a pretty good lunar orbit to me. I think I want to maybe get it down a little bit more. Let's pick our predicted peri-apps and predicted apo-apps. Yep, no, we need to do a little bit better than that. That's pretty bad. Let's move this around a little bit until we get the perfect orbit. Sorry, this is probably all really boring stuff, but it's stuff that's got to be done. We're going to go for about there. Maybe get a little bit more off, maybe 851. And that is now about 100 kilometer by 100 kilometer orbit, roughly. 101 by 105. I think that's close enough. And Principia will shift the orbit anyway because the moon is cursed. Like, the moon has your orbit shift around the moon all the time. Karnasa, what is your favourite celestial body? My own one. I am a body in space. I don't know. I really don't know. Is it boring if I say Saturn? I liked it so much I put a ring on it. When Farewell KSP finish? I don't know when I'm going to finish that series because there's a lot of effort that goes into making those videos, and currently I've got this series that I'm working on right now that I don't want to not finish because that seems to be something that I tend to do quite a lot. Right, anyway, I think we are good due to time warp. So we're going to time warp, and in 5 days we're going to be at the moon. And yeah, the moon is looking pretty dark at the moment for the side that I want it to be light. He's a star. First thing everyone needs to do after installing Principia is to go to the map, look at Jupiter, and put on a lot of time acceleration. Very pretty. You basically make kaleidoscopes. It's great. It's really great. Like Principia, you get like some very, very, very nice things. Like, look at that. It's basically noodle simulator. You're making noodles all over the place. It's wonderful. If I turn this onto moon-centered, or like the surface version of the moon, and then basically we can just follow this all the way over to the moon. And I think, yeah, we've got about 2 years worth of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen left, so that is absolutely fine. We're not going to run into any problems there. Our crew hopefully shouldn't be too stressed. Oh, here we go. We are go for moon landing. We are go for moon landing. I'm a bit worried about this. We welcomed KSP back one with open arms. Yeah, the whole farewell series was kind of because KSP2 was coming in, and KSP2 didn't do very well when it first came out. I don't mind KSP2 now, although I haven't played it for a while. I am planning on getting back and doing some KSP2 content though, because I really want to get back into that game, because it is a lot better than when it first came out. I remember I got KSP2 like a week before it released. Private Division and Intercept were very kind to send me a copy of it, and that was not a fun week. I remember, I think Beardy had it as well, and we were talking to each other and being like, oh my god, no, this is not what it needs to be, this is really not what it needs to be. And we, yeah, it wasn't great, but it is getting better. Force Science has helped it along quite a lot. I think it is now time that I actually do need to take these glasses off, because I can't see anything with them on anymore, and I don't need safety glasses, because, you know, we're no longer got a chance of things blowing up. So what we're going to do is point towards the node now. We're in darkness because we are the moon is being blocked by the sun is being blocked by the moon. That's the word that I was looking for. I also cannot see the moon. Where is the moon? Where is the moon? Moon? where are you? Sun's coming from that way. I mean, we're pointing this way, and we're pointing towards the sky a little bit, so it should be here, I think. I think obviously it's dark. That's why I can't see the moon. Yes, that is why I cannot see the moon. Oh, why is my... Oh, no. I'm like, why are things doing things that they shouldn't be doing? Is something going terribly wrong? Oh god, I don't like this. We're 728,000 meters up, and that means that the moon should now be about there. Oh, this is so much easier doing stuff like this when I'm not streaming, because having an audience makes things so much more terrifying. This is just a lunar capture, but I feel like I'm going to smack into the surface of the moon. Oh, there we go. There's the moon. I see the moon. The moon is there. It's there. It's there. Hello, Calvin McClure. Welcome to the live stream. If you don't know Calvin McClure, definitely go check out his channel. He's an awesome RP1 content creator. Does some really amazing designs. Absolute amazing designs. He's brilliant. Whoa, sun. Right. Well, you can't really see that because my face is in the way. But yeah, Calvin is fantastic. Go click on his name. Go give him a follow. Go give him a subscribe, and check out some of his stuff. And I think you're going to be working on a moon landing quite soon, right, Calvin? Right, Calvin? Please say yes. Please say yes. Okay, right, so I am going to point towards my node now. Avionics unlocking controls. Let's point towards the node, and let's fire up this stage and capture ourselves into a lunar orbit. And I think we're good. Just what Calvin said, Carnassa. Did I miss that? Did he say that he was working on his lunar landing? Because I know that he was planning on doing lunar landing stuff. I've seen some pictures of what he's been working on. Very, very, very cool. Thanks for the shout out. Anytime! Just upload. Get that moon landing video out. Definitely do it. Do it. Kanasa, have you fixed your issues from your last save? Earth is Kerbal and other stuff. I have. Earth is now Earth. And I can go into the administration building and I can hire a chief administrator, and I can also hire a chief scientist. Those were the biggest problems that I was having, and that has been fixed. Oh, I was also running into an issue where retirement dates weren't getting pushed back. Fix that too. Yeah, everything's fine. This save is absolutely fine again. Nothing's wrong with it anymore. Right, so we are going to do a maneuver planner, and we're going to execute order 66, or the next Principia node. Same thing, right? The quick save. Oh yeah, good idea. Very, very good idea. I'll have to fly this entire flight all over again. So before moon cap. Oh no, standard fly-by-wire enabled because I pressed P. Rip 3 months of progress. I just had it. Yeah. I really, the latency on this stream is making it really hard to reply to comments because they're a bit later than I would usually be used to. Because I usually set it to ultra low, and this is the first time in a very long time that I've set the latency to normal, but that's because I'm playing with RSS Reborn, and look at the moon, it's beautiful, but at the same time it also does mean that I can't stream as quickly because stream would die. I mean, I've had 242 skip frames, so only 0.1%. That's actually not terrible, but yeah, it could be bad. Right, so we are 48 seconds away from our burn. And that means that I do want to start maybe thinking about ullaging. These engines here have now been ullaged, and I am a little bit concerned that one of these will not fire up. I have a way around this. If one of these does not fire up, we still have a way of getting back safely to Earth. We will just use the engine on this. The engine on this has a ignition chance of 98.18%. This is my main concern about landing crew on the moon. If this engine fails whilst they are on the lunar surface, then we die. We lose 2 Kerbals, and that would be terrible. 1.75 Carnessa is real and does not hurt me, and does hurt me. Oh, yes. If you've been recommending people start the, like, premieres at 1.75 speed, and I played it, and it is weird. It is very weird. Very, very strange. Right, come on. Start up the engine. Successful ignition. What? What? Why aren't we? Why were we not firing? That's not good. Why did we not fire? I don't know how long this burn is. Oh, we've got a few minutes. Why did we not fire up? Also, why are we not sticking towards the node? I am worried. What is going wrong here? Something's weird. Something is weird. I'm not really pointing towards the node. I am controlling from here, right? Yeah, why is my RCS just, like, firing all over the place like this? And why did it not fire up? And why am I still not pointing at the node? And now I have impacts. What's going on? What is going on? Something is wrong, and I don't know what it is. Did I not have avionics? Avionics unlocking controls? No, I'm fine. What is happening? I'm concerned. Turn off fly-by-wire. Oh. Yeah, it's the quick save! The quick save got me by pressing P! I did not know that that did anything. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Before moon cap. Yeah. Okay, that's not the worst thing that could have happened. We're still good. We're still alright. I think what I might do is just make a couple of orbits around the moon. We're literally giving the answers. Yeah, I hope you're feeling well. Thank you, Gallium. Yeah, I didn't know that fly-by-wire did that. That's something new that I've learned today. Okay, right. I'm going to cut the engine there. Let's delete our flight plan. Okay. Right. delete the entire flight plan, please. When is my next perigee? That is going to be in 2 hours and 5 minutes. That is going to be in 21 hours. Okay, yeah, let's do a maneuver in 2 hours and 5 minutes and try and get this a little bit of a nicer orbit. That's really annoying. Thank you everyone for shouting at me, but I was just I should have looked, but I was too busy focusing on thinking, why on earth is this going wrong? Oh, thank you everyone though. Houston, we have done something smart. That was too close. Quick save kills moon landing. Yeah, usually you do quick saves to try and fix problems and, like, you know, go back to it if something goes wrong. It doesn't usually make things... It's not usually the reason why things go wrong. Oh, yeah, Canacity P toggles atmospheric autopilot. But why does that change how my RCS in vacuum is doing stuff? I don't. That's what I don't get. Why I'm around the moon. But oh well. It's happened now. It's happened now. I've got nothing else to say. Right, let's try and get this so that we are performing our burn at the Periloon. Atmospheric super music. Right, we want to go for about a little bit later than that, I think. Maybe about there. Yeah, about there. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Let's see what that makes our orbit. So we are going to be spending, what does that make us? 95 by 91-ish kilometers. 91 by, oh, that's so annoying. So 97, I want this to be about 95 kilometers, please. Apoapsis, periapsis, I want more than that. About there, I reckon. That's about where I want to go. Yeah, I think that's good. And that's going to cost me an extra 62 meters per second. If I have a look at my Delta V stats, I've still got 1,035 meters per second on this stage with the lander still attached to it, which means I'm going to have way more than the 850 I need to go back home. Oh, standard fly-by-wire is just a gloritude attitude hold, if I recall correctly, so it's not bound to atmosphere. Imagine if, well, I mean, the flight hasn't been completely ruined, but that would have been problematic. Oh, I've got experiments to run. I wonder, is there anything that I can do here? No, that's all done. No, everything is good. Right, so we are going to get our orbit a little bit lower, and then we are going to land on the moon. We're going to attempt our first lunar landing. We are there. We are at the point. We're going to try and get the pigeon down. The pigeon has landed. You're sleeping on science? Apparently well, no. I've got, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that was doing that. That was a bit weird. Because I do have everything. It's all full up. Wait, no, that one's not. Oh, I'm dumb. I am very, very dumb. Laugh at this smooth brain. I am very, very silly. Right. Okay, so I think as well, once I've landed on the moon, I think I'm going to have to take a quick break. Or maybe I could take a quick break before landing on the moon, because I have been streaming for about an hour and a half. And I need to go get myself another drink of water. But at the same time, this is exciting. Do I break before the lunar landing or after the lunar landing? I think before, because that's the exciting bit about the stream. And it'll mean that people want to come back and be like, I know he's leaving, but I've still got the lunar landing to watch. The strats, the pro strats. Right, anyway, let's go for the node. Let's try and get this done. RCS needs to be on, please. Let's go for maneuver planner, execute next Principia node in, right, come on. Oh, god damn it. No, quick, yes, fire. Woo, that was close. I did knowledge, and I wasn't pointing in the right direction. But all is good. All is well. Everything has gone right. Here we go. Pippin bros, it's over. That's a great spin on Eagle. Before, drink water first. You need to be ready for the landing. That is probably a good idea. So, I think I might take a break now. Because if we take a look at our orbit, let's have a look. Our orbit, if I get rid of the flight plan, Principia, flight plan, please do be gone. Flight plan, flight plan, flight plan. Right, we're going to delete all of this. Delete flight plan. Our Apple apps is about 105 kilometers, moving down to about 98 kilometers. Periapps is about 91. That's a pretty elliptic orbit around the moon. That's not good because of Principia basically meaning that will crash into the surface. But it's fine. I should not be allowed to fly this. Oh god. This is basically going to be the only manual part of the flight that I do. Because everything else I get MechJeb to do, but this part has to be manual. I can't get MechJeb to do this for me. I have to do this. So I am... you should end stream so I can be notified when you'll be back. I'm only going to be gone for like 2-3 minutes, if that. But yeah, I think we will go for a little bit now. Just I need to refresh myself, come back all like excited. Oh no, because I've changed the screen. It's going to bring up all of the different members. I'll be gone for maybe about 2 minutes, if that, but thank you everyone for coming to the first part of this live stream. We are going to attempt to land on the moon's surface when I get back, and we are going to, we're going to smash it. We're going to smash it. It's going to be great. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. But I'll be back momentarily. Where's my Be Right Back stream? There it is. Back in a second. Right, we're back. Let's land this thing. Let's land a pigeon. Let's land a pigeon on the surface of the moon. We're going to do it. I've got a fresh glass of water. I don't drink energy drinks anymore because it hurts my heart. I can't use them. The last few weeks is so we're back to good old natural water. That's just hit myself in the head. Let's land something on the moon. Let's land a pigeon on the moon. It's truly a reminder from So Not the Hero Type. Like the stream now. Is So Not the Hero Type here? I mean, I know he always used to come in and say stuff like that, but I've not seen him. Don't land a pigeon on me, bro. Oh my god, we have the moon in the live chat. The moon is here with us. The moon, what are your opinions on these momentous events about to unfold? I must know. How do you feel about what's about to happen to you? Do you have any strong feelings on the matter as we transfer Jeff, Mr. Bluelin, and George Edwards into the Mark 1 lander can, leaving the command module completely barren before attempting to land this on the surface. I am so worried about this. This is the part where Kerbal death can happen. This is risky. I should not have put these 2 crew on here. I should have only gone for 1, and then that way one of them will come back. Oh, it was members only, and I broke. What was? Oh, hello, Bortolo Dev. Yeah, you're here. What was members only? This isn't a members only live stream. There's loads of people who are members in here. There's also a lot of members now because thanks to Rail Calco and Blue. But they're in the capsule, so I think it's time. I think it's time we land on this thing. I honestly, I want to land about here. I want to land around here. So I think I'm going to do one more orbit. One more orbit, and then I'm going to start my burn about here, I reckon. Because ideally, I want to land in one burn. One burn would be ideal. If I land in multiple burns, that just gives me more chance of failure. And I really, really, really don't want there to be any failure. So I think what I'm going to do is... How far away is that? That is... Right, so we are currently about 6 hours away from that. It's so hard to sometimes see things with Principia. Yeah, I think maybe I want to start my burn now-ish? Now-ish, I reckon? Yeah, I wanna go now. Right, so here we go. We're gonna undock. We're undocking. We are undocking. We're undocking. We're undocking. We're undocking. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We still have control over this because it does have an avionics core on it. So this is absolutely fine. And we should have control over this as well. And what we're going to do is, once again, we're going to manually turn on all of these RCS controls because I don't want to stage something. Actually, no, I can. Right, X, I can just stage this because there's no separation motors or anything like that. Okay, so we're good. Let's go for Smart ASS. And I also want landing info up because I need to see exactly my time to impact. That's something that is going to be critically important. Let's move away from the CSM, and we're going to turn this around, and we're going to attempt to land. Pigeon, this is Houston. You are go for deorbit burn. Engine armed. 98.1% chance. 98.18% chance of successful ignition. We're going to go for a retrograde. We're going to turn caps lock off. And here we go. I'm going to try to do this in one burn. Okay, all flight controllers to your console. So the pigeon will now do pigeon things and poo on the moon. Yes. Let's go. Here we go. First moon landing. I suppose, at the end of the stream, I could show you what date this was. Do people want to know what date this is before the episode airs? Because I can show you. Right. We have successful ignition. We have successful ignition. That's good. That's very, very, very good. We're going to really, 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 really weakly burn this. Like, incredibly weakly burn this. Like, so weak we're barely not doing anything. No way to abort on the lander, no. Now that we've fired this up, if this fails right now, we have no method of abort. What we can do is probably do the world's riskiest rendezvous with that very quickly before it gets to the surface. But if this lands on the surface and then we don't, and we have an engine ignition failure, that's crew death. That is crew death, and that's bad. That's really bad. That's a very weak burn. It is a very weak burn. I could probably do it a little bit stronger than this, but I don't want to really overburn. I suppose if I burn it a little bit too much, I can just stick my nose up a little bit. See, I want to land around here. I might have started this a little bit too early. Time to impact, 40 minutes. Suicide burn countdown, 36 minutes. Yeah, this has to be a really weak burn, unfortunately. Didn't even realise this only has one engine. Yep, no, it's all in one. All in one. There's no second engine for Ascent. So if this fails when we're on the moon, that's it. That's it. They're staying on the moon forever. They are going to literally stay on the moon until they die, until they run out of oxygen. They have 3 days worth of oxygen in their capsule. Where even are we? I might have started this burn a little bit too early. I also need to check and see how much Delta V I have. Got 4,428 right now. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. The moon is freaking out. Well, let's hope the president has a speech ready once the astronauts get stranded. Moon base. Yeah, no, we're just going to set up the world's first moon base. Thing is, I've got absolutely no way of sending these guys more supplies. I don't think. Yeah, if they get stranded, on the moon, they're dead. They're gone. They're gone. If this fails, then they are very dead. I am going to time warp this. I think I might have started this a little bit too early. Time to impact, 17 minutes. 16 minutes. See, what I want to do is just keep this burning very, very, very softly until I need to do my suicide burn. Then that way, like, I only ever need to fire up this engine once. Well, I need to fire it up again once we take off from the moon. But this is looking pretty promising. Although, actually, that's... what line are we following? What line are we following? I would really like to know. We are following this line, which is taking us to there. Right, so we're the furthest one away. Okay, that's good to know. Very good to know. Oh, wait, I found it. What did you find? Womp womp. 3-day moon base. I mean, yeah, they can say that they were the first colonists on the moon for not very long. Oh, aren't you eating the rated burn time with that low throttle? I don't actually know. What is its rated burn time? Total run time. It's only run for 16 seconds. Apparently, yeah, low throttle doesn't matter for that. I did not know that. I did not know that. That is something that I have found out today. God, Principia is annoying. I love it, right? Principia is absolutely amazing, but sometimes, yeah, it is a little bit difficult to see things that you really kind of need to know. I think I'm gonna actually burn a little bit more aggressively, because I really don't want to land in that crater. I really, yeah, we're gonna start burning a little bit more. We have 4,350 meters per second of Delta V remaining. I think we are going to be good. We've got 10 minutes until we impact. I think this will be good. If they die, just go full Soviet and don't tell the public about it. I am publicly live streaming this. I think there might be a few people that might know about that. I don't know how many people are here. There were 260 before, so I think might have gone down a bit because I took a break. 257 according to my phone. 258. So yeah, there's 258 people here currently that know that if they die, then they've died. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. I'm not very. It's Frank Sinatra that sings that, isn't it? I'm not very good at that style of singing. I play other things with guitar and stuff. Just send us all to the gulag if they die. It's the best cover up of all time. I am not a member. You're not the backstage dev. There was a lot of members added over the course of this live stream, though. We had like some fantastic amount of gifted members, thanks to Mr. Blue and Mr. Blue, who's actually in the capsule right now, and Rail Cowgirl. I need to get Rail Cowgirl a Kerbal in this series. Like, you're getting one. If you're still here, you're definitely getting one because you have donated so much to my channel over the years that you definitely deserve one. Fly me to the moon. Let me play Among Us. Sus. Right, I think we're doing pretty well. I'm gonna start speeding this up. I think I do want this to be a little bit weaker than that, though. My problem with burning at such a low throttle is this is a bit wasteful on Delta V, I'm fairly sure, but I might be wrong. I think it's much better to suicide burn countdown. That's dropping way faster than our time to impact. I think I might have messed that up a little bit. Although actually no, suicide burn countdown is, yeah, no, this is good, this is good, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. We only need the one ignition, we only need to ignite this once. This is absolutely fine, this is absolutely fine. Fudge yeah! Mr. Blue donates so much. I mean, he is on this mission. He is right there. He is right there. Jeff, Mr. Blue Lin. I think we're coming down in the Mare Imbrium? Oh, Mare Facunditatus. Yeah, that thing. Mare Facunditatus. That's a bit of a mouthful. That's a bit of a mouthful. We're starting our final descent now. We've got a minute until our suicide burn countdown is up. This is it. This is the moon landing. We are here. We are here. Your money can't save you from Agathon. I recommend you check the RP1 wiki. Very useful information there. Who was that to? To be honest, if that was to me, I would completely understand. Very bad, very bad at RP1 me. Very bad at RP1. Right, here we go. 50.3 seconds. And, right, so I have parallax on this save as well. And I have collisions enabled. So I need to make sure that I'm not going to land on a big rock. That would also be pretty bad. RO, Pigeon has wings. Pigeon has wings. Rip Jeff and George. No. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. Mr. Blue is literally about to touch the sky. So when Blue asked me to name his Kerbal Jeff Mr. Blue Lin, I thought that was a great idea. And I don't know if I'm going to do this yet. I'm not entirely sure because it might take me a long time. But I recently, I got this guitar here. I have been practicing and learning how to play Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Lights Orchestra. And I'm hoping that for the cinematic-y kind of moon landing video, I will have my cover of that playing over the video, because I think that would be really cool. It would be really cool. It looks like we are in a pretty flat section of the moon. We've got 24 seconds to begin our suicide burn countdown. If we, maybe full throttle now. Woo, Sono is home. Ah, you're back onto your old account. Also, switch to ground elevation mode. Yeah, probably a good idea. 17 kilometers up. Although I think it does tell me here, but I'm not sure. 21 seconds for our suicide burn countdown. I've got 3,500 meters per second of delta V left. I think we're in for a good landing here. I think we're going to be just fine. Just fine. Shouldn't matter if he's using MechJeb for the suicide burn. I mean, I'm not using MechJeb. I'm flying this myself. This is just landing info. MechJeb isn't doing this for me. I'm controlling this with my hands and my mouse and keyboard. We got a bit of rock music as we're coming down for the last little bit here. I think what I am going to do is move. Right, we're going to go for fine control. We're going to, do it this way a little bit, just to, Yeah. This is good. 3,180. I ideally want probably about 2,500 left over after the landing. This is very tense. We are by a very big crater over there, but it's fine. I think we are good. 320 meters per second. There is parallax coming in now. Oh, we are at a rocky part of the moon. Okay, right. We're gonna fire up the engine a little bit more now, and I'm gonna tip this over this way a little bit. The RCS on this should hopefully be powerful enough to move my vessel once I point it straight up. I don't like how rocky that section of the moon is. I really don't like how rocky that section of the moon is that we are flying straight towards. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and aim for that by doing something like this. We're going to kill rotation, and we're going to cut the burn. Surface horizontal speed. Yep, we're going to do this. This is going to waste a little bit of delta V, but this is fine. I just want to make sure that I am... Oh, I suppose this bit's not too bad. We can go for this. We can go for this. This is fine. Surface horizontal speed is only 5 meters per second now. Let's cut our throttle down dramatically. Right, 17 meters per second. I am liking this. I'm liking this as a landing spot. 13 meters per second. Right, let's kill the throttle a little bit more. Still got 2,700 meters per second of fuel left in this. I kind of want to stick up a little bit more because we are... Yeah, Right. Which way? Right. Oh, this is the stressful moment. This is the stressful moment. I think we're good. I could see so many people talking in chat right now, but I can't answer anything because I am trying to land on the moon. Right. Let's point up. Let's point up. Up. Right. We'll do this. We're going 9.5 meters per second. Wrong way. 8 meters per second. 5, 4. How far off of the ground are we? 60 meters, and that looks like we are surrounded by rocks, but not actually going to touch down on any actual rocks. This is good. 2.2 meters per second. We still got 2,600 meters per second of delta V in this. This is going to be a successful lunar landing. 1 burn from orbit to landing. Nothing goes wrong. This is ideal. We have touchdown. We are on the surface of the moon. George Edwards and Jeff, Mr. Blue Lin, have made it to the surface. We are down. We have landed. Yes! We're on the surface. Okay. Now that we're on the surface, first thing I'm doing is a quick save. So this is going to be moon landing, because when I come back to doing the cinematics, moon landing, because I'm not recording any of this, this is just going to be the stream. We are going to come back. Yeah, I'm going to come back in my own time. I'm going to come back to these quick saves, film some cinematics. Oh, there we go. We've done it. Engine stop. We are here. How to get them back home, or now to get them back home. Yes. Oh. Now comes the, orbiting with, rendezvousing with the orbiter. That's going to be something tricky. If the engine fails, we're going to get telemetry analysis from here. Who do we get first out? Who is first out? Out of Jeff, Mr. Blue Lin, and George Edwards. I think I'm going to go for George Edwards. First Kerbal in orbit. First Kerbal in space, because she flew to space on X-Plane. She was the first Kerbal to do that. First Kerbal to perform many things. I think George Edwards has owed this. I think she's owed this. I think it's her time to shine. She's gone from being an X-Plane pilot to being the first Kerbal to step on the moon, and she is going to absolutely love it. Get them off me now! The carrier pigeon has landed. The pigeon has landed. We are good. Right, okay, so yeah. Let's get George. Why have they got 2? Oh, because they've already orbited around the moon. Yeah, I was like, why have they got extra stuff? Right, here we go. George is making her first steps from the capsule. That is, I don't know. I've not really got anything clever to say. It's one giant leap for Kerbal kind. One small trip for Kerbal. One giant faff for Kerbal kind, or something like that. I didn't prepare a speech, okay? George is the one that has all of the conversational skills. I'm just here, like, relaying information. Something along those lines. But yeah, we did good. We done good. She landed. She's the first Kerbal to step on the moon. What I do, set the CM as your target, wait for it to pass over you, then take off. You'll be chasing it and it will set you up on a very similar trajectory. That is also what I do. That is also what I do. Makes it a little bit trickier with Principia, but also another thing that I do is I have all of my MechJeb kind of like information windows showing me exactly like my relative inclination, my orbital information and stuff like that. So it's not too difficult and I should be fine. This looks cool. Darn. This kind of lame. No, George loves it. Look, she loves it. There's the Earth. And we've got colliders, so we can climb up the parallax. It's great. We've landed, and I think we get Mr. Blue out before we plant the flag. But we're going to do an EVA report. We're going to do a surface sample. There's another surface sample that we can do as well, and another EVA report. Oh, no, they're the same. So that's going to last us 20 minutes. So we got to wait on the surface of the moon for 20 minutes. Let's get Mr. Blue out whilst we're waiting for that to be done. EVA. Let's go, Mr. Blue. Space, let go, and try and get off without like killing yourself. Oh no, he's fully gone for it. He's just gone for it. You got colliders? I do have colliders. So the colliders are really easy. There's just literally in the parallax folder, there's just one thing that you need to change. You just need to set colliders equals true. That's it. You don't need, like, I'm using RSS Reborn or like N9's. I think this is N9's parallax config for the moon. And basically, yeah, I've not touched any of that. All I have done is I can't think right now. All I have done is change the set colliders equals true in the configs. It's Woman's Month. First person on the moon is a woman. George in my series, she's been amazing. First person in orbit, first person, yeah. I can't say too much because it give away things, but obviously if I'm here, you know that I've done first docking and first EVA and all of that. So yeah, she got all of them. She got all of them. She's the special Kerbal this time around. I think it was Albert Harper was like the main man for Kerbal Gets Real, the original, and now this time it's been George Edwards. Mr. Blue looking very happy. He's on the surface of the moon. That was a very in-character exit. Plant the flag. I think we will. Blue, we'll get you to plant the flag. There we go. Let's get a nice little look-see at the lander with the two Kerbals on the moon. Take a screenshot of that. Can I get a nice picture of the moon the Earth? I don't think I can. The Earth's a little bit too high in the sky, unfortunately. Is it the sky? There's no atmosphere. We'll get like a nice little shot of the Kerbals near the lander with the Earth off in the distance. Perfect. Now we get Blue to plant the flag. Here we go. Lynx is going to fully rewrite parallax, is he? I didn't know that. And because of the TFX profile I've got, the flag glows all blurry, which isn't great. So site name, First Lunar Landing. First Lunar Landing, exclamation mark, plaque text. Because of course, being from the UK, I grew up with Wallace and Gromit. We forgot the crackers, Gromit! Because they go to the moon in search of cheese, and they have cheese on their crackers. Blue moon, flag has been planted. Flag successfully planted. There we go. Lovely. We've got these guys on the moon. Look at that salute! Oh, the perfect time. Gromit, where's the crackers? Hey there, Mr. Blue. Oh, this is amazing. Right, what we're going to do now is swap over to George, see how long it's going to take for her to do this experiment. I think we're gonna wait for that. Get that done. 15 minutes. That's not going to be particularly long. And then I think, do we want to wait on the surface of the moon for a particular amount of time? I think. Yeah, no, we just need to return home safely now. I don't need to spend a long time on the moon. So I think what we'll do is we'll just wait for the orbiter to do one orbit, and then we'll get these guys back on. There we go, done. Let's get these back on. Let's get our way home. Can we get home without killing them? The big problem now is if this engine fails. If it succeeds, I can get to orbit in one burn just fine. And if it fails, it's like Rendezvous burn with the command module, then I can just use the command module for that. Oh god. The big problem is if this engine fails now. This is the last chance for things to go wrong. And I am still a little bit worried. Picnic on the moon. Let's board this. Let's get them back on. Oh, I'm controlling this. I'm flustered. This has been a very excited moon landing. I was so worried about things going wrong here. But everything it's been textbook. It's literally been textbook. That has gone nothing has gone wrong where it could have done. And I say that, touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. The engine is gonna still work. It's gonna still work. It's gonna still work, because if it fails now, then we are in a lot of trouble. If it fails now, it's done. It's over. Ooh, now we see if the lander becomes a base. Okay. We're ready. Where is my orbiter? Where is my orbiter? There it is. Void Colossus 1. Set as target. We are going to get target info up, I think, or Rendezvous Planner. I think, is that the one that I want, or is it Rendezvous? It's Rendezvous Planner, I think, will tell me my relative inclination. Yes, it does. 4.86 degrees. I want orbit info as well, because that will tell me my just generic orbit information. And then I want to use these bits of information to make sure that I am flying in the right direction. I'm going to use Smart ASS to fly. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait until this flies over us and try and launch this. No experiments. I don't have any experiments on this moon lander apart from the Kerbal's experiments. There's only a crew report, the surface sample and all of that. I've landed in a lot of biomes over the moon already. These are really the only experiments that would get me anything new, I guess. There probably could have been some experiments that I brought down, but not really anything that was going to get me a huge amount. Never get up, never what? Mr. Blue was very dissatisfied as the moon wasn't made of blue cheese. We're sorry, Mr. Blue. We're sorry to have disappointed you. Asking because it's happened often during my own career sims. Wait, what's this? Karnasa, what are our odds for the engine dying during Ascent burn? So, the engine ignition chance is 98.18%. It's pretty good ignition chance. We've only used it once so far. So we only need to fire up the engine again once more. If it fires up successfully, then we have pretty much made it back to the spacecraft. We've got 2,500 meters per second. If we get a performance loss halfway through the burn, we can probably live through that, like maybe a little bit over halfway. If we get thrust loss, we can probably live through that. That's fine. The big problems are going to be an engine failure and a performance loss, maybe a few, like a minute into the Ascent burn. Right, so we are going to be burning in the 90 direction, I reckon. Avionics unlocking controls. Yep, let's watch that follow straight over us. Right, we want to go surface. I reckon, yep, straight towards 90, maybe a little bit towards 100. So I reckon we'll go for heading of 100, maybe about 100. See where that gets us. It has now flown directly above us. And that means it is time to leave the moon. Execute. RCS not on yet. Oh God, yes, we have ignition! We're good! We are gonna get them back! We're getting them back! They are going to make it back! Oh. I mean, it can still have a failure, but we have ignition. Let's retract that ladder. Let's retract the gear. Let's start pointing over. Pitch. We need RCS for pitch. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, remember, if the mission fails, it was an unmanned mission. There was never a George Edwards or Mr. Blue. I mean, they are two of my most famous Kerbals in this entire series. Okay, so Rendezvous Planner, we are way off. Oh, that's really bad. No, we want to, yeah, let's do that. Let's go, like, here. Let's try and get this down. What is my orbit info? My current apoapsis is 20 kilometers. Oh god. Let's go for 90. 89. My relative inclination is changing drastically. It's really difficult to keep this where I want it. Right, let's go for like 97, 96. 96 seems to be a good place. So right now I'm just following that relative inclination. Yeah, I want it to be as close to 0 as possible because, you know, that would be ideal. 0 degrees is pretty good. It means I don't have to do a costly inclination change. Right, so if I then add that up, nope, that's going to take it the wrong way. Let's go down to 95. 95 is still meaning it's going up. 0.22, I'm fine. 93 is looking pretty good. Let's go up to 94 now. 0.13 I am perfectly happy with. My apoapsis is getting really high. Like, really high. I don't want to be this high in the slightest. We've still got a good engine. 0.08 degrees. Let's start burning horizontally. How much delta V do I have left? 2,000 meters per second. And I need to be going... that means I'm going to have about 800 meters per second left once I get to orbit. That's going to be pretty good. Right, heading... My apoapsis 45. Okay. Let's do this. This is so much concentration right now. I'm not going to be able to check chat. I'm not going to be able to check chat at all whilst I fly this because this needs to be perfect. 0.21. Okay, let's do this. We are. Stop being a doomsayer. I hope the engine combusts. No engine combustion. It's not a combustion-based engine. I don't know. It might. I don't know. 0.12. I think we're going to be fine for the engine. Right, time to apoapsis is going to be about 2 minutes. I think I might be able to burn a little bit harder than this if I just, you know, point like here. 0.07. This is good. 0.08, 0.09. I'm just going to have to change this every so often. Let's get that up to 0.96. Is that going to make things better? No, that's going to make things worse. 1 minute and 30 seconds until apoapsis. Okay. I'm betting 50 cents it's going to fail. Kanasa, what's the total V on that LM? 1,007. Oh, yeah, sorry. You can't see it. There we go. 1,740 right now, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I think, yeah, I think we'll be good here. 0.08, I am 1 minute and 13 seconds away from my apoapsis. Let's start pitching down. I reckon I want to do this. I want to get to my apoapsis a little bit quicker. What are we? 0.10. Let's up this back up to 0.95. Spontaneously combust. I mean, if this mission fails, our reputation will never recover. This is very true. This is very true. Full support and watching on phone and PC. Nice. Thank you very much, S. 0.08. Alright, we're getting a little bit... there's so many different numbers that I need to pay attention to right now. I need to make sure that my relative inclination is pretty good. Like, I mean, 0.08 degrees is fine. My time to apoapsis is going to be 30 seconds now. Let's pitch up a little bit. 26 seconds. What's my eccentricity? 0.07. Right, 19 seconds. Let's pitch up fully. We're 0.07. This is a good inclination to be. Very good inclination to be. 10 seconds until apoapsis. So what we're going to do is we are going to burn. 6 seconds. Right, let's go. We're going to pitch up ever so slightly. 0.07 still. Probably left this a little bit late. Oh well, we're burning. We are going. I'm still coming down quite quickly. Definitely left that a little bit too late. Oh well. Oh well, let's also turn this to Atmo. Oh god, time to Atmo is rising dramatically. Oh, I've messed that up. I burnt too quick. I burnt too much. I burnt too much! No! 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 That was bad, that was bad, that was bad. So close to orbit. Don't let test flight know you're rushing. I reckon if we stick ourselves about this way. We've got 720 meters per second of delta V left. 48 kilometers by... Yeah, I reckon this is going to be good. I reckon we can do just fine here. I am 0.08 relative inclination. That's pretty good. Right, let's pitch up now, because we need to pitch up, because our time to Apo is drastically decreasing. 0.1 seconds. Oh, this is just so much fine-tuning here. So much fine-tuning here, but we're safe. We're pretty much, regardless of what happens, we'll get to orbit now. Right. 60... 35. There we go. We're in orbit. We have achieved lunar orbit, and now I'm fairly sure there is nothing that can stop this mission from working. I think we're through it. We're done. This is it. We have succeeded. That was the hardest part, no matter the cost. I'll get you. Hello, Ballistic Fox. You just missed the landing and the ascent. We've landed. We're back. We're back in lunar orbit. Oh my god, my heart is racing at 1,000,000 miles per hour. We've done it. We're still not out of the woods yet. We've got 605 meters per second of delta V remaining. We are going to be catching up on this. What I need to do is set it to target. We need to plot out our maneuver to get over to that vessel. So let's make a flight plan. Oh, what was that? New tip received. Mariak, thank you for the tip. I can't see how much that is again. I think that's £1. The pigeon is performing great. The pigeon has done its job exceptionally well. It has exceeded expectations, and nothing has gone wrong. I reckon the next time that we fly, something is gonna go blue. Was that because I didn't kill you? You're still alive. I didn't kill you, so you gifted the memberships. Thank you for those gifted memberships. Bloody hell, my end screen is just going to be insane now. Oh, this has been a stream and a half. This has been, yeah, this has been the stream of all time on my channel. Absolutely. Right. Anyway, we're gonna make our burn over to the thingy-majiggy. Yep, the thingy-majiggy. All technical terminology over here. And I'm gonna see, can I, like, focus on Void Colossus 1? I can. There are still some things that could potentially go wrong, but it's very unlikely now. Very, very, very unlikely now. And what I want to do is probably add maybe about, like, 5 meters per second. Like, there we go. Look at that. We've already almost got an approach. But we don't want to do that quite yet. We want to probably start our burn a little bit later on so that we get this one. I think that's being covered by my camera. It is. Is there any way that I can show it? Yeah, we want this one to be where we rendezvous. Wow, the pings are coming in hard and fast now. It took me a bit to understand how the target mode of Principia worked. So, same with me as well. And actually, my first rendezvous in this series, I do mess up because, like, I wasn't used to it. It had been ages since I had done a rendezvous with Principia, and that was a little bit, yeah, a little bit confusing. I was like, how did I used to do this? Right, so probably about 13 meters per second. That gets us within. Distance is 2 hours and 29 minutes. We're going 19 meters per second. Distance is 5,000 meters. I want to get closer than that. 5,000, 4.5, 3.5, 3. That's not really that good, is it? It's because we're a little bit of a ways off, aren't we? Hang on. If I change this to moon certain inertial, how close? So where is my burn? Principia can be so difficult to look at sometimes. KGRR, Lunar comms. Yep, we have constant communication around the moon. Moonnet 1. Well, that's not called Moonnet. Moonnet 3 and Moonnet 2. Yeah, we have constant communications around the moon. It's very nice. Where is my burn? I'm starting my burn in 1 hour and 23 minutes. I just want to see. So that pushes my... Yeah, it roughly coincides with that. Yeah. So this is actually what I want to be... This is the sort of amount of delta V that I want to be doing. So I need to figure out a way of trying to get this a little bit closer. How is one going to do that? Can I do it like this? That's 2 hours and 2 minutes. That's, yes, yeah, there we go. Much better. This is much better. 500 meters, 400 meters, 400 meters. 400 meters away. Can I get that even closer? Probably can with a little bit of RCS. 3, yeah, there we go. This is what we're going to do. 360 meters away. In 2 hours, we're going to meet up with that vessel. This is all going very well. And it's only going to cost us like 12 meters per second of delta V, which means that because both the CSM and this vehicle use hydrolox, I can actually transfer fuel between them and give the CSM even more fuel back to going back home. Still, maybe have a few problems with the engines, but we'll see. Be careful, don't hit it. Who disliked? Banned them from the stream. Can you even see people disliking? Well, I suppose you can get YouTube add-ons, can't you? I'm fairly sure you can get YouTube add-ons to see if what the number of dislikes are, because I know, like, obviously I can see the amount of dislikes on my videos, but on general YouTube app, those have been gone for years now, haven't they? I'm fairly sure. I need to drink to hydrate myself because I have a very bad headache, and this is yeah, this is definitely hurting my head. Thank you, Jan, for becoming a Khan astronaut. Thank you very much for becoming a member. I think the like the main thing, like the main perks for memberships at the moment is obviously like you get your name at the end of of a video, although that won't come until next Sunday's video because I've already got videos for tomorrow and Friday. What else do you get? Name a Kerbal in the series. That's one, and there are some other perks as well. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, there's like emojis and stuff. I think I've only got a couple of emojis. I need to design some more. And you obviously get the name in your badge, and I'll spend extra time trying to reply to you. I don't know. So things like that. But yeah. And I think for anyone that becomes just like the regular Khan astronaut role, that is one that I will do a shout out at the end of the video for. That's going to get ridiculously long after today. I might have to extend my end screen. How am I going to do that? I don't know. Right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's point to the node and let us caps lock it. Yeah, we love a bit of caps lock. And we are going to maneuver planner this. I've done enough flying. That landing and taking off, that was absolutely all I want to do. We're going to do maneuver planner, and we're going to execute next Principia mode, and we're going to fire this up in 1 minute. Would I ever live stream Helldivers? Probably not. I've not played it yet. Mr. Blue, very thankfully, Mr. Blue, who's in the capsule right now, very nicely gifted me that game. And I've not actually opened it yet. So, and I don't really want to go into something that I know nothing about. I'm not really like one of those blind streamers. If I ever made a Twitch, I might start doing some different content on Twitch, like RimWorld. I love RimWorld. What have I been playing recently? RimWorld's great. RimWorld's got a new expansion pack coming out in a few days as well, which I'm super looking forward to. Yeah, Helldivers. What have I played? Mostly KSP, actually. This past month, I have just been fully focused on getting stuff done for this series. I wanted to get like 2 episodes out for a week for a month and then move back to 1 episode a week and try and get as much stuff done as I possibly can, so I don't have to stress about it and I can work on other videos. So yeah, recently all I've really been doing is KSP. Although I did play a bit of Planet Zoo as well. Planet Zoo's great. There we go. Successful ignition again. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck, why are we still burning? With a little bit of luck, oh god, that doesn't look good at all. Why have you burned all kinds of wrong? What have you done? What have you done? Why have you forsaken me? Hopefully this is something that I can fix quite quickly. What is our distance going to be? Our distance is going to be 847 meters. That is pretty good still. Let's caps lock off. Let's try and get this as close as possible. I really, really, really want to see this. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see my target. 831. 790. No, right. 827. Let's get this as close as possible. Right, there we go. This is looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. 400. 300. 300. 300. 200. 200. 180. 157. 150. No, wrong way. 142. How close can I get this? How close? How close can I get this? Maybe if I do a bit of N. I mean, I'm probably quite happy being 113 meters away. I think that's fine. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're not going to crash into the moon. Orbit info. Yep, no, we're good. We're not going to crash into the moon. So in a short while, set target info again. I don't know how long that is, but we're gonna fly to that. We're gonna time warp to that, and just try and get here. Are you going to land on Mars in this series? I would like to land on Mars in this series because, God, I've been talking for 2.5 hours with a cold. I would like to land on Mars in this series because that is something that I did in the original Kerbal Gets Real the original Kerbal Gets Real, and I want to go further than I did in that series. Absolutely, but it is going to get a bit tight with funding after the moon landing because nothing pays out quite so much as a moon landing. Oh, we're getting some epic music now. Why did we have epic music when we were landing on the surface of the moon? Why was it just like I can't even remember what it was. But yeah, here we go. In not very long, we're going to be back to the capsule. Oh god, that was a little bit of an aggressive warp. That was a little bit of an aggressive warp. I want to quick save this before redocking them together? I don't know if I want to do that or not. Right, so hopefully we should be able to see the vessel now. There we go, it's 2.4 kilometers away. We want to go target relative velocity. Maybe I don't want to use full caps because I don't know how much. I've got about half of my RCS fuel left. That's not terrible. It could be better. Yeah, because that would be a real shame if I use up all of my RCS fuel and then suddenly I'm like, oh no, I can't dock them together. Are you planning to do reusable rockets, or is it not viable in RP1? So in the next millennia, which was a follow-on series to the last Kerbal Gets Real. I'm really struggling to talk now. I have been sick all week, really. In the next millennia, I did use reusable rockets, and I had a whole fleet of reusable rockets that I did use. I'm not sure if I'm really going to do it in this series, because with programs and launch complexes, it all gets a little bit weird and a little bit strange, and I don't really know how it's going to interact with the actual gameplay. It's something that I might look into. I definitely want to be doing things like, I don't know, shuttles and space planes. That is something that I do want to do in this save. I could have a look at getting FMRS again and trying and seeing if, yeah, maybe it is something that I can potentially look at down the line and doing reusable rockets. Maybe something that I kind of focus on in like the 80s, 90s. Towards the end of the series, I reckon that'll be. I think that'd be pretty cool. Olympus. That was it. Yeah, the Olympus. The Olympus was very cool. Very cool. I think I never actually managed to land one of those back at the pad. I got very close once when I flew from Tanegashima. But yeah, never got completely back. Right, let's fire up this once more. There we go, it fired up. Lovely, that's what we like to see. We are currently 400 meters away. and getting closer. Once these are together, we will do a burn to take us back to Earth. And then the only thing after, well, yeah, but once we're on our way to Earth, I think that's it. I think that's a complete success. Obviously, we do want to see re-entry. But that, hopefully, should have no problems, because I have flown quite a lot of these. Right, we are less than 200 meters away, which means that I can now activate docking autopilot. And I am absolutely going to do that, because docking autopilot is a wonderful, wonderful thing and can dock a lot better than I can. Right, let's try and kill. Why are we... Like, why is it moving in a way that it shouldn't be? Trying to kill my relative velocity, and it's not liking that at all. Right, 0.1, oh, 0.2, right, there we go. We're 150 meters away. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to control from here. We are going to look at this. Come on. Let's set the nose as the target. Can I please select a part of that? Please. Set as target. There we go. Target Void Colossus 1, docking port. And we're going to do a docking autopilot, because it's just so much easier. It's so much nicer. I think I'll go 0.2 meters per second, and let's go. And we can also do cool things like this. Dogfight camera, secondary target, Void Colossus 1, home. Zoom! Do stuff like this. Can you see both of them? There we go, we can see both of them now. And now we just wait for them to dock together. Now's a good time to talk and chat. Why so many people want the dog Mr. Blue dead? Do people want Mr. Blue dead? What? You basically have to make up your own mission and stories at that point. Is that... yeah. Is that in relation to, like, running out of programs and stuff in PNLC? I know I have an additional program on this save. I have an additional one that's not included with, like, the main PNLC contracts, which is like Earth space stations, because I'm going to do that, and I also want to do Lunar space station. So when it gets to that point, what I could do is kind of like make a custom program and carry on, do like a Lunar space stations program, do maybe a Mars exploration program or something, and eventually get further and further and further, which would be quite cool. I probably could write, I've looked at the configs for programs, and I could probably put one together somewhat. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Messier31. Yes, running out of programs. Yeah. I am just saying, if the mission fails, we need to take measures to ensure our reputation doesn't drop. What are we going to do? We're going to hush it all up. We've got the first Kerbal in orbit in space on this mission. If she doesn't return, people are going to start asking questions. They're going to be like, what happened to George? I thought she was good. I'm going to oh god. What is going on? Oh, it's like the camera was shuddering, but it's because I've got camera tools on, and that is a problem when you start doing physical time warp. How much fuel do I have left? 5.55. I've still got over half. I think this will be fine. This dock will be completely successful. What I can do though, actually, is change over to this and just, you know, kill. Oh god, kill rotation. Kill rotation, please. Kill rotation. There we go, and we'll watch this dock. Let's get rid of mech jeb. Nice, 82 meters. What if you had a fission fragment rocket? Could you go to Titan with that? Maybe. Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of like near future-y, far future-y kind of tech in this install. Is all just like basic RP1 engines, but it would be nice having fission fragments. Those things are insanely efficient. Nuclear saltwater, that would be great. Just don't point it at Earth. What else was there? I remember that nuclear saltwater and fission fragment engine I used quite a few times in Coming Home Redux, I'm fairly sure. My first ever interstellar mission that I did in that series was a was using a fission fragment engine. When crewed Jupiter landing. That is the goal for this series. If you didn't know, I said that at the very start of the very first Kerbal Gets Real original episode. We're not done until we've landed crew on Jupiter. And we are going to do it. Well, we can probably send someone into Jupiter's atmosphere and they won't ever return. But I don't know. Install far future tech and set it to 2001 tech. Nice. I mean, the rate that we're getting through tech at the moment, or that I'm getting through tech at the moment, I'm progressing through the tech way faster. Although, that will slow down because I'm getting red tech in my tech tree. Basically, I'm researching it way too fast, so I'm being massively penalized. Which is a bit sad. Can I say, what was the earliest lunar landing you have done? Mine was 1963. Mine was 1964. And that was in the old Kerbal Gets Real. I think before that, my earliest was probably like 68. Yeah, I think it was December 1964 that I did in the old Kerbal Gets Real. But look at this. We have artifact. It's the Great Moon Ridge. It's the Great Moon Wall. I'm not complaining. RSS Reborn is so nice. I don't care about artifacts like this. It's honestly really good. What have we got? What have we got? New tip received. I can't see that. £1 tip. When is the crewed sun landing? I don't know. I feel like that's going to be some way off in the future. Crewed sun is definitely an undertaking that might be pretty difficult. Right, so we're going to shut down this engine. We could fling this back at Earth. We could bring this back to Earth, I reckon. What is my... Yeah, I've got 1,582 meters per second of delta V left. And that's just for these two engines. I could bring the lander back with us. Do we want to do that? I mean, it would burn up in the atmosphere, but we could bring it back, which might be quite fun. The Lunar Scar. Did I find any spiders on the moon? I didn't find any spiders on the moon, unfortunately. I'm quite thankful for that, because I am definitely afraid of spiders. They are one of my biggest phobias. In fact, I think they're probably my only phobia. I'm not really scared of many other things. But spiders do not sit with me well. I know they're very useful and all of that. But yeah, I don't like them. Alright, so we want to go back to Earth. And in order to do that, we're going to make a flight plan, because... Principia, you always make a flight plan. Create flight plan. We want to go probably a plan length of about 3 days. I reckon it'll take about maybe 3.5, no, 5 days. 5 days is fine. We want to rebase, add a maneuver, and we want to go for about 850 meters per second. Because, you know, that's how much it costs to get us to the moon, and that's about how much it's going to cost us to get back to Earth. Or how much it costs to capture at the moon, that's about how much it will cost us to get back to Earth. Right, we want to go in about that direction. Maybe not quite there, maybe a little bit sooner. Maybe like... maybe about there, I reckon. And if I change my reference frame, where do be reference frame? If I change this to Earth-centered inertial, there we go. Oh, we're impacting Earth. Ah, wow! I got that dead on. that was. I mean, I know roughly which way I need to go, but that was a lot better than I was anticipating. And that's going to take us. How, if I lower the amount of delta V that we use, I want to go for 32 kilometers. That's going to take us 4 days to get back. That is absolutely fine. We want to go for about 32 kilometers for this. So set that to about there. And then if I change it to Earth-centered, the surface one, I am going to probably be landing, in the Middle East. I reckon, if that's my... Or in the middle of Africa. We might land in the Red Sea. Because, yeah, that's roughly where we're going to be slowing down the most. But we will be using descent mode. We might land in India. I mean, it doesn't really matter where I land. I just didn't really want to land. I wanted to splash down, but I think this will be fine. Right, so in 50 minutes, we are going to burn for Earth. So let's time warp ahead. Can't with only the help from a herring. Why are you talking about going down the tallest tree in a forest? I do love me a little bit of Monty Python. I think The Holy Grail is my favourite film out of all of them as well. I love that film so much. I need to get my girlfriend to watch it. I don't think she's seen any of them. I'd definitely be right up her street as well. We need to watch that. Maybe we could watch that tonight after I finish streaming. Wait, no, I've got a friend coming over. Still, could still watch the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, even with friend here. The more the merrier. Do many cooks spoil the broth? I have heard that too many cooks do spoil the broth, and also I'm fairly sure there's a really weird YouTube video called Too Many Cooks that is just a little bit odd. I remember one of my friends showing me it at YouTube. Oh God, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we pointing? Silly lander. I don't know what it was doing there. Obviously, I told it to kill rotation, and the rotation it was at was a little bit weird. Do you know if there are anomalies in RSS? I think there were, like at least in 1.8, because I'm fairly sure I found one by using ScanSat, not like searching multiple planets for it and like flying all over for it. But I'm fairly sure that there were. Don't know if there are any more, because obviously there's been loads of updates to it since I did that. Here we go. I think we are pretty much ready to begin. Going back to Earth. Oh. Am I controlling from here? Also, you know what I haven't done? This might be important. I've not moved the crew back from the lander can to the capsule. That could have gone pretty badly if I had decoupled this, and then suddenly I'm like, yeah, that could have gone very badly. But I remembered it, and we're not going to kill them. We're not going to kill them. They're going to make it back. They're going to make it back. Ooh, check control point. Yeah, the control point is good. The control point is good. We are good. We are good to go. We have transferred the crew across. We're going to execute the next Principia node. And I'm going to time warp until we get to about 30 seconds. Then I'm going to start ullaging this stage. Maybe 20 seconds. 20 seconds. There we go. We're going to ullage this stage. And we're going to make our way back to Earth. There we go. We are fully ullaged. Here we go. We're coming back to Earth, lander and all. I mean, we are going to decouple this probably on the way back to Earth, but it's nice that it will eventually, like, burn up in Earth's atmosphere and maybe bring a little bit of it back. It's a little bit of history, you know? First lunar lander, and it came back with us. Come home with an empty spacecraft would have been a bad trick. I have done that. There's a live stream that I did in the old Kerbal Gets Real that didn't go very well. I killed 3 people on it. We've had successful light of these 2 engines. If this burn finishes, we're done. That's it. We're home free. There's nothing. I know this thing can re-enter. I have done multiple re-enters with this capsule, including one that went very badly. That is going to be very interesting to watch when the series gets round to it. Almost killed people. So, yeah, if this burn is complete, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Which will be really nice. First lunar landing done. We might land near Sri Lanka, actually. We're going to be pretty close. Sagittarius A landing when? That might be quite difficult. I'm not sure if we're ever going to get off the surface of that if we land there, considering it is the super massive black hole at the center of the Milky Way. Right. Guess what? We completed our burn. Guys, we're bringing them home. We are bringing them home. They are going to make it. Even if they burn up in the atmosphere, we can recover their bodies and... No, that's definitely not what's going to happen. This is a bit of a Not really. Let's go prograde. Is there any reason why I'm not moving? Oh, it's because I'm moon prograde. Where? I think this is where I want to be. Yeah. That's getting closer. That's getting closer. Okay. There we go. Now, one final couple of things. We want to set that to about 32. Then what I want to do is go for advanced sun up again, so I don't lose... Actually, I mean, it could be advanced sun down. Fuel's not a concern anymore. Actually, no, it is, because I've got fuel cells. The reason how this craft is being powered is through the use of a couple of fuel cells, which is why I've still got perpetual power. So I want to try and save as much of my liquid hydrogen and oxygen as possible, so let's try and avoid the sun from boiling that all off, please. They're coming back home. They are. Mount Everest landing, please. I'm not sure if we'll land in Everest. It's saying... well, now it's saying... Interesting. That's completely changed. Oh, that's a different, yeah. So right now, our periaps is going to be over the middle of Africa. We're going to spin this up. We're going to turn this off. I'm going to spin this up. And I want to go for 32. 32? 32. And that's it. Now, we just have to follow them home. And let's do this quickly, because my friend is going to be coming over in about 25 minutes. So I've only got 25 minutes to finish this live stream. Hey, Carnassa, please do a crewed Kerbin. Please do a crewed Kerbin landing once you have interstellar tech. A crewed Kerbin landing? What, from, like, RSS? Oh, this is beautiful. It's like very soft piano. The moon just flying off. Look at it. It's wonderful. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by crewed Kerbin landing. Kerbin isn't exactly in this planet pack. It doesn't exist. It did exist for a bit because I screwed up my install, but it doesn't exist anymore. I fixed that, and now it's definitely Earth. It's definitely Earth. Well, it's time to prepare for re-entry, and by that, heat-absorbing goggles. That's definitely what we need. Right. Let's speed this up and see how this goes. Where are we? I want to follow us. We are here. And we have, I think, maybe when I get a few days away from the Earth, like less than a day from my periaps, what I want to do then is decouple the CSM and the lander so that we don't bonk into them when we're coming through the atmosphere, because that would be terrible. So this mission has only been 7 days, really. Might go up a little bit more because I don't know how long it's going to take us until we get back to Earth. But it's not been a long mission at all. We're gonna, yeah, a little bit longer. 1 day, 18 hours. So yeah, I think maybe about 2 hours before we hit that perigee, I'm gonna think about separating everything, and we're gonna bring them back. Looks like we're gonna be maybe coming down at night. 3 hours, 38 minutes. Yeah, we are definitely gonna be coming down at night. That's a little bit sad, but oh well. Right, 1 hour and 50 minutes. What we're going to do is undock this now. There we go. We have separated from this lunar lander. We're going to move away. And I think I'm just going to kill rotation for now, because we don't really need fuel anymore. I think we're good. Nuke the moon, nuke Kerbin. Time warp when using Principia makes me so nervous because of the noodle. It is. But the noodle is great. We learn to love the noodle. We respect the noodle, and we don't do anything to aggravate the noodle. Right, why can't I control this? Oh, I can. I am literally pressing the wrong buttons. That was a big brain moment of me there. Right, let's move this out of the way, so hopefully we don't crash into that. What is our periaps right now? 31 kilometers. Let's get that up to about 32. That'll be good. I can't see anything with these glasses on, you see. And then I reckon once I get to maybe about half an hour away from that periaps, what I'm going to do is I'm going to decouple the last bit. So that's going to be in an hour and 46 minutes. I probably want to get rid of my flight plan so I can see exactly where we are. Flight plan. Delete, get rid of it, go, delete flight plan, yes, absolutely, there we go, now I know exactly where I'm coming down, 31 kilometers in an hour and 16 minutes, and now that we are, I'll leave it, I'll do it 20 minutes before, there we go, 20 minutes away from our periaps. What we're going to do is, no, stop it, you bad probe. Thank you for the tip. Rip Pigeon. Pigeon will unfortunately burn up in the atmosphere, but we are going to be able to hopefully get Mr. Blue and George Edward safely back down to the surface. Right, so we now need to decouple this. Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to arm the parachute. Why do I only have one parachute? There should be two. That is the main parachute. Okay, so we've just not got a drogue chute for some reason, but there should be a drogue chute in here. I'm confused, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, I think my cats are making their way in. There should be two chutes. I'm so confused. I think this should be fine. I think we're good. I think we're good. We've got RCS control anyway, so yeah, my cats are now invading. Lovely. Thank you, cats. Right, let's enable the RCS and let's just try and maybe why? So, can't control anything again. Why? This is not good. Control, please. Oh, there we go. Let's move over this way a little bit. And hopefully that should push us enough away from that. Yep, there we go. So that we don't hit it. We're good. Do you know the name of the UI mod? It is Z theme, as people have been saying. It's I think the whole mod is like UI changer, isn't it? And then the theme that I'm using is Z theme. How much battery do we have? 5 hours and 43 minutes, so I could have done this way before. And I'm pressing the wrong buttons. These glasses honestly are making it so difficult to see. When I get to about 400, I reckon when I get to about 160, I'm going to try and stop. And this does have descent mode on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill rotation. We're going to go orbit. We're going to go or surface velocity negative. We're going to turn on descent mode. We have on the parachute, turn descent mode on, and we want to be facing this way, I believe. I'm also going to turn up Planet Shine. Where is Planet Shine? Where is Planet Shine? Give it. Planet Shine, vacuum light. Whoa, suddenly that's very bright. Okay, yeah, I think if I change this to free camera as well, I think this is the way that I want to be facing. I'm also going to quick save here. Not that quick save, because I keep having game breaking bugs, like game crashing bugs, where the entire game crashes when things burn up. and I don't want that to happen, and I have to redo everything before re-entry. Okay, let's do this. Final stage of the mission. Don't do an IFT3. I don't think we will. I think we're going to be good. I think everything is fine. That is so super bright. There we go. Things are blowing up over there. Oh, I think the game is wanting to maybe crash. How are we facing? We want to be facing... No, we're good. No crash today. No crash today. We want to be facing, like, here. Here, please. And so we begin the final descent. It's heating up. It's heating up. It's getting hot. I hate this. I hate this part. I think we're good. Right, let's turn the RCS off, because we're not really actually doing anything with that right now. George Edwards and Mr. Blue are feeling a little bit uncomfortable from the amount of Gs that they are getting, but it's nothing that they've not dealt with before. They are reaching their G limit. Let's try and turn this around and stop them from passing out. We're going 7,700 meters per second. We are below orbital speeds now. We are coming down safely. We are not going to skip off the atmosphere and fly off back into space, which is something that is always a little bit of a worry. They are reaching very high speeds though. Come on, like get your G-force meters down, please. I think we're good. I think we're good. They're not going to pass out. If they don't pass out as well, that'll be even better. That'll be amazing. Rotate it. I am trying to rotate it. I'm trying. It's somewhat going well. This is definitely, yeah, definitely where we want to be. G limit. We are pushing the G limit, but no, well, not anymore. We were. I need to change the latency on this. I think maybe if I stream more of this, I might have to downgrade the textures that I'm using. Because the textures really aren't good for live streaming. Really nice textures. Is that drag on the moon? No, this isn't the moon. This is Earth. We have done the moon landing. We're coming back. We've made it. We're coming home. Redux. I really need to finish that series. That's something that I am going to be doing, hopefully, in maybe a couple months' time, I reckon. About then. But yeah, we are... We're safely through the atmosphere, pretty much. I don't think anything's going to go wrong now. The only other thing is that the parachute does concern me. Did I just forget? No, that's what I've done. I literally forgot to put the drogue chutes in this top hatch. That's it. I've got the main chute. I forgot to put the drogue chutes in. So we're going to deploy the main chute. What's the info? Toggle info. What height is this going to be? Yeah, 3,200 meters. Yeah, we've got a main chute, so it is fine. We will recover this just fine. Right. Let's just do it 4 times speed now, because we've done pretty much everything. I don't know where we're landing. I think we are landing in Africa. I'm fairly sure we are coming down in Africa. I'm speeding up again a little bit, but not too bad. Guys, we aren't even in the thickest part of the atmosphere, but we are only going 3,000 meters per second. Yeah, we're safe. We're safe. We're sub-hypersonic speeds now. I would call this a very, very, very successful first lunar landing. George Edwards and Jeff Mr. Blue Lin are absolutely having it to this little bop that they're dancing along to. This is insane. Look at them, they're dancing in time to the music. This is great. Anyway, we are going to turn descent mode off and let them have massive G-forces, probably break their necks as I just did that. Take off glasses, see how bright it is. Yeah, maybe I should. There we go. Well, we got that. We got that. We'll go for like this. I missed the landing, but experienced the lander landed. Right, shoot. When is it arming? I think I'll go for like a little bit higher. 4,700, there we go. Shoots deployed. We're moving 30 meters per second. I don't think this has an airbag on it, which is, yeah, it doesn't have an airbag on it. But now we're, yeah, 3,500 meters up. I'm absolutely adamant that nothing can go wrong. I think we're done. Parachute deploy. We're going 10 meters per second. So this is going to be a long old long old descent. But yeah, I think that'll be it. I think we have successfully completed our first crewed lunar landing. And I'm not going to go back to the Space Center. I didn't even see if people wanted to see what the date of this was. I don't even know how many people are left in the stream. Let me quickly check that. How many people are left? We've got 244 people. Is that right? What do you want? Do you want to see the date? Do you want to see the date that I did this? That we returned? Or would you rather wait until the episode comes out? The heat shield is going to blow up. Yeah, traveling at like 9.1 meters per second, it might have a little bit of a problem. But we've done it. Crewed lunar landing all done. And you called it. The heat shield did blow up, but George Edwards and Jeff Mr. Bluelin are safely back on the surface. We have completed the first human moon landing. First Kerbal moon landing. I was here since the launch. I left. Yes. No, you're right. Yeah. You want to see? All right. There's quite a few people here left. But you know what? Let's see. What date are we? 28th of December, 1968. We returned. And it took us 4 days to get there. So we landed Christmas Eve, 1968. That's when we landed on the moon. So about the same time that Apollo 8 flew. So beating history, but not beating my best score by quite a long way. Still, I'm quite happy. With my first time playing PNLC, I think... But yeah, with my first time playing PNLC, past Orbital, I'm quite pleased with that. Sorry, I saw Paul Sidhu say no spoilers, please, and then I jumped the gun. There were a lot of people saying yes, so I kind of went with the basic consensus that I saw. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming along to the stream. It's been fantastic. We've landed on the moon, and we are back. And that'll be it for me now. There's going to be a new episode coming out tomorrow, about 8 PM GMT. There'll be another episode next Friday and next Sunday. And then the episodes will be going back to weekly. But thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the mad memberships and tips and the amount of people here and subscribers and everything. It's been absolutely an amazing stream. And thank you everyone for coming. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll be back streaming again soon. But anyway, until the next time, I've been Conasa and I will see you later.